What upper? What it do? What it do? How how is everybody doing today? First and foremost, okay. How's everybody doing today? Well, me, I was supposed to have this conversation uh, before it got too late last night, and kind of got caught up putting in work on my gaming channel and overstayed my scheduled time period. So, what better thing to do than kick it off now, middle of the day? I don't see my brother doing anything. He's still doing his thing. Uh, Cookie just went off. Suge ain't on. Buddy Lee ain't till later on. Shitty Greg on, but I mess with Shitty Greg on a game tip and when he kicking it with the peeps. I really can't take too much of Tyra ass, y'all. I really can't. I was trying to listen to who was that? I got the God TV, or is it the other one? I was trying to listen to that. And for a grown man to just constantly sit up and talk about how somebody else grown, how a grown person allows another grown person to talk bad about his family. And I just don't see it that way. YouTube doesn't support comments on private. Oh snap! I got this on private. Okay, because I don't know how it. How well I do know how I moved it to private, but I don't know how I didn't notice it. What's up, all? Yeah, I got a few questions to throw around. Hey, me, Mary Jane. Thank you. Hold on. Let me look at my phone. Let me make sure you straight already. I'll be getting them bots in here, y'all. And look, I think just that language you be seeing in these chats, the little bot looking language. I think that's somebody. I don't actually think that's bots because I went live on a channel that everybody don't know about, and I got absolutely none of that type of stuff in my chat. So maybe perhaps y'all it's somebody doing it. I can't put my whole finger on it to say. Oh, okay, yeah, it's cool. Okay, I just want to make sure I got it. But yeah, y'all, I don't think that it's bots. I actually think that there's somebody, and that's just my assumption from what just happened recently. But I got questions. My brother, whom I call the mongoose, because well, y'all can understand. If y'all listen to him, y'all can understand the term mongoose. And once again, we have a lot of disagreements Just disrespect. We let them hang themselves. We'll let them hang themselves. And when you see those things that's supposed to be bots, just report it if you can, and then get rid of it. Uh, but judging by what happened between the last 3 nights, I don't think those bots are mere bots. I think they're people. I think they're people. Uh, Rob Best, what up, brother? Yeah, y'all. I put out some fire information out here yesterday. It wasn't no political, it wasn't religious, it was just need to know. And I gave permission to people to use this to create um, a foundation for their families, their boss, maybe their neighbors. Show this clip, play this clip back in time and answer me this. If everything these people telling us every day, all day, through their media outlets is true, how did this guy know exactly what we were going to be going through 5, 6, 7 years before it even happened? That's the foundation. See, I get a lot of people that hit me and say, hey, you talk about more of this than you talk about that, speaking on the Bible. Like, I want more scripture. Well, see, the thing is, I would love nothing more but to hit straight fire on the scripture tip. But see, it's not about what I want. It's about making sure even the unbelievers have a foundation to build off of. Let's build a common place. You know what I'm saying? A level ground where we both can say, okay, I see that. I recognize that. I could put my finger on that. Bam. Let's do that first. Once we get there, then we can move on. See, I was telling my brother last night, Mongoose, he was saying he ain't got time for people that don't believe. And see, Christ, if Christ felt that way, he wouldn't have sent out the 72. He wouldn't have told them to go from door to door and house to house. Oh, okay. Make sure you save that video. And look, I'm surprised YouTube ain't took it down. When I seen that video, I looked at it like a smoking gun. I hurried up and grabbed my phone, and I hurried up and recorded it. Because if you listen to not only the information, but listen to the urgency and listen to the doubt on the person that was in charge of the interview. Listen to the doubt in him. And he said it was pretty intriguing to listen to. But just, rep a taste. Just listen to it. He just wanted to listen and hear what he was gonna say. And you can tell he was waiting to hang him. He was waiting to hang him. What's up, young brother? Can't hear you, Christ Constant. You got mute down.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
It's good with
man. How you doing, brother?
Oh man, doing good, man. I saw you was live, had to come through, man.
Yeah. I'm glad you here, man, because I got a few questions, man, for these YouTube streets.
Oh, where were y'all today, man?
This that continuation from that conversation me and Mongoose was on last night.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised you hopped in here before him. He just hit me and asked me when I was ready, and I told him 4:15. So I'm kind of surprised he ain't made it in here yet. But I was just talking, brother, about how I put out this information just to bring clarity in people's lives, because a lot of people they know something wrong with it, but they don't have concrete evidence to present to people around them that's trying to make them look like they're doing something wrong.
Mhm.
And they're like literally in a mental battle. I know it, you know what I'm saying? Because I got associates that was going through the same thing until they got in contact with me. And then when they got in contact with me, I was able to open the eyelid. And from that open eyelid, they was able to see everything that came after that. I told them every 6 months, before it even happened, Christ Council, I told them every 6 months, you're going to have to get another one. I said, I said, Mongoose came up here and was talking about how it's going to manipulate DNA. Well,
Yeah.
see, I didn't go that deep with it. What I said was it was going to manipulate your way of thinking. You see what I'm saying? I knew right off the bat it has something to do with controlling people. And see, it's no coincidences in my world. Because simultaneously, when this stuff go on, Christ Council, you get the 5G network set up.
Mm-hmm.
You got it almost all the way set in place. Now it is all the way set in place. Now we're waiting to hear them say it's on.
But yeah, I agree with Mongoose does. It is meant to change our DNA.
Mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
it it talks about that in the Bible as well, which is
Well,
why.
see, listen, I was fighting against the fact I was saying this is a prequel to what they about to bring as far as the chip or as
Oh
far as the
yeah,
mark of the beast. I
yeah,
kept on saying it was the prequel,
yeah.
but when you hear that dude break this down several years back before it even jumped off, I feel a little different now, brother. I think this might be the damn thing.
I don't know, man. I think that chip definitely. I think well, for what I feel like, in order for your body to be receptive to certain radiations, that it needs to be conditioned in a certain way, whether that's through chemo or any other type of radiation or therapy, not radiation, it's any other type of therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but like the implants, at least like with the chips, that was the only negative response that it would have on the host that they had used them on back in the 60s, like with the bulls, the cats. Even though it would work, it would still the body would end up rejecting it.
Right. And see, I'm looking for this clip. Soul Warrior had it up the other day. I'm looking for this clip, bro, where the man is interviewing another man for a job in radio broadcasting. And he's showing him stories. They're in the 60s, right?
Hmm.
He's showing them stories they're going to present to the public in the 70s. And the man walking through the studio with him, and he asking questions like, bro, it's only 76. What you talking about what's going on in 72 for? And the guy was presented to him like, because we create the news. He showed them the rockets and stuff, that they was going to use to go in space. And he was saying, he showed the guy the rockets on his table. And he said, this is the picture you see in Time magazine. And the guy like, hold up, man, I seen a real rocket, this, that, and the other. He said, no, you seen this right here with our desired background behind it. Then he summed it up, Christ Council. He said, with all these rumors of wars and all this bad stuff going on, he said, it makes one thing happen. He said, it makes people spend money. He said,
Yep.
make your wives spend money. And the dude like, what you mean spend money? And he said, when people are built up to a certain amount of fear, they spend money. See, I was thinking on defenses and stuff like that. Nah, we spend money, period, when we in.
Entertainment, everything.
Yes. Yes, we do. Because you know what we say, Christ Council? This could happen any day now.
Hmm.
So let me go ahead and do this now. Let me
And
go ahead and accomplish this and feel how this feel now before it's too late.
yep.
I can't really afford it, but let me buy this gadget now.
Or this vehicle.
You feel, or this vehicle. It goes on and on and on. But then guess what he did, Christ Counsel? He threw
What?
this dude a little mechanism, like to fit in the palm of your hand, real little. And he told him to throw it on the floor. And when he threw it on the floor, Christ Counsel, the thing exploded. Now, guess what he explained that thing to be?
What was it?
When you swallow it, right, it's in your body. And like if you refuse to do something, it puts a electromagnetic pulse through you and shocks your heart,
It kills you.
kills you instantly. Now listen, when you hear that, dig this. Let me tell you what the first thing came to my head. Um, Whitney Houston. Do you remember how they saying Whitney Houston was in a tub,
Yeah.
but she had a burn on her back or a burn on her body or something like that? You remember hearing them say that
Yeah, I remember she had something about that.
over and over again? And the question with me was when I was hearing this information, well, if she in a tub, where the burn come from? And when I seen that little clip, I felt like maybe that's what I needed to hear to go in further investigation. Uh, if it's possible for you to put something in your body and it attached itself to a desired part of your body, and somebody has a switch on the other end,
Yeah.
this can explain why a lot of people drop dead. A lot of healthy looking people drop dead from heart attack. What they say, it'd be heart attack or it'd be
Oh
drug
yeah.
overdose.
Yeah, especially the heart attacks. They've been using that for a long time.
Yes. Now, see, it was a trial that the CIA on trial for making a mechanism that shoots something as small as a shard of ice in your body, and or should I say, it is like a shard of ice in your body, and it melts as soon as you hit your body, and it kills you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these records are on is public record. We can go see them right now. In fact, in the next couple days, maybe even today, I'm gonna put that out. But they were literally on trial, and when they got to the real deep questions, they say no comment.
Wait, you said they you talk about like it's basically like ice bullets.
It's like a gun. They
Yeah.
showed you the gun, and they showed you the mechanism of the gun, and they told you it shoots.
Yeah, I remember talking about those in high
Hey,
school.
bless. Hey, Tanya, how you doing, sweetheart? And they said, yeah, it shoots this, that, and the other. And the dude asked him like, have you used this before? And that's when they congregated with each other right quick at the table and said no comment.
Mm.
So the thing is, that could be the reason like a whole lot of people don't speak out, because some people do speak out, but we don't hear them. We don't want to hear them. And then you got the mainstream that make the people seem crazy when they speak out. They have them. You remember Money Mike when he spoke out? Money Mike from the Friday movies.
Yeah, yeah, big
Remember
dude.
he spoke out, right? When he spoke out, when he spoke up, what was he doing? Fighting little kids, slapping people
Mm-hmm.
in department stores. You remember that?
Are you talking Cat Williams?
Pat Williams.
Yeah.
Remember how he appeared to be?
Yep.
It always happened. It's a ritual. It's a ritual, and when that happens, that takes away credibility. Now, even though I know that these people are agents, they want us to see this ritual for a reason. They want us to participate in these rituals for a reason. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
See, the reason is They always got to recruit. And when they put this information out there, a person can never say they didn't know. If they follow this type of stuff, if they worship the stars, they can't never say they never heard this before. So when it comes to recruitment, you understand, you know what's involved in this, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to the casting couch, there ain't no them telling you what they want you to do sexually and you getting upset and mad. No, you already groomed because you heard these stories already.
Yeah, it's time to ride that goat.
See what I'm saying? You heard all the accounts already, so you can't say you don't know. And a lot of these people, man, they can't hold water. So you got to have some type of way to control them. And you got to have some type of way to shut them up. You got to. If I give you a contract, Christ Consul, and you belong to me, right? Why wouldn't I make sure you fulfill your obligations if I got the power to?
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they already chipped and tagged.
And my brother Mongoose came up here and he said a couple things that I wanted to clear up. I wanted to make sure he was saying what I heard him saying. He says something in the realm of Jesus was God, right? He said Jesus was God, and he said that Adam and Eve was only in the garden for 3 hours. Yeah, for 3 hours. So listen, my question to him was this. Well, I haven't got to it yet, but hopefully he's listening, and I will repeat it when he get up here. If time didn't exist, Christ Consul, because remember the fruit haven't been eaten yet. Mm-hmm. How can you say that they were in the garden for 3 hours? There's no way. Now check it out. Adam was by himself for a time period.
Yeah.
And remember, when Adam was by himself for a time period, he named everything on the earth. He was given dominion to everything on the earth. And he named everything on the earth. So you talking about in the millions. Now we're dealing with a perfect mind, something we can't really perceive, but we can imagine it to a certain extent. So we're not saying it took as long as it would take us, but we're saying that he was there for a number, for a time, because he was there so long that God noticed that he was all by himself. He was the only person like him around. And what God see in his heart, seeing that he was lonely. Mm-hmm. So he put him in a deep sleep, Christ Consul. Now see, the argument or his words were 3 hours. So he put him in a deep sleep. Now we all know, those of us that believe in Christ, we all know that all things are possible with God. But put him in a deep sleep, performed surgery on him, woke him up, and periodically produce what he brought from man to man. They both in the garden for a period. She bit the fruit, gave it to him, he bit it. And you telling me all this stuff took place in a 3-hour period? Mm-hmm. I got questions. I need proof of this. I need something to tell me how you came up with this calculation, because I'm not buying. I'm not buying it in the least.
But ain't nothing wrong with a little proof.
Now, that's what I'm saying. A receipt or two, is all. How you doing, Tina McMillan, Troy Nelson?
I
Uh,
thought that Adam was alive for a couple hundred years before Eve was even created.
Look at this. You got a club in here. Christ Council. Christ Council is the same guy that showed his penis to True Freeman live.
Hey,
Now
what's
is
good with it?
even here. Yeah, what not?
Hey, does he got ask? Well, he can hear me. Did you get a screenshot?
Hey, see, but
Oh
Tina
man.
McMillan, understand this. Christ Council not here claiming that he's holier than thou. He's searching for the truth. That's
Hell
why we
yeah.
hooked up. He's searching for the truth. So no matter if he, moon True Freeman, and there's a lot of us, if you said True Freeman, you know the deeds that True Freeman has committed, the atrocities that he's brought on himself. So we gonna nip that in the bud and say, hey, everybody gonna reap what they sow. I'm gonna reap what I sow. Christ Council gonna reap what he sowed. You gonna reap what you sow. I ask
Salute
you.
though.
I ain't heard True Freeman say nothing else about it, so I'm asking you to forget about it. It happened. I'm glad I didn't see it happen.
Oh
It wasn't
man.
meant for me to see. Thank God. And just get over it. It sounds like he got over it. Mr. Council, hold on. We got another one, dog. Mr. Council showed his private parts on Tyrant Live. Why is here? Look at that.
Oh
Why
man.
is here? Let me see this one. How is he even here? Wow. Now, see, y'all do know that I'm a Jesus lover, right? Well,
Oh
you know
man.
what? I don't recognize the name, so I know they don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me not do y'all like that. Uh,
It's the
y'all
same
first time
person.
meeting me. Understand this. I'm a Jesus lover. Jesus didn't congregate and mix in with the goody two shoes. He mixed in with the people that needed help. Remember, Jesus Christ said, "Physician, a person that's sick don't need a physician." That's why Christ counsels here. He loved this type of teaching. He loved talking about the Bible. He loved disputing certain things about the Bible, about Jehovah's Witnesses, about the churches, about the religions,
How about life?
period, about reality. This
Exactly.
ain't about showing penises and
Nah.
stuff like that, y'all. This ain't
They
about
they
that.
came to the wrong show, man. They came.
Yeah,
The penis show is the next show. That's not until
And
7
look,
o'clock.
y'all, I showed y'all. I know they hurry up and turn when what they was trying to do didn't work. But look, I even had the respect to not even block y'all because y'all totally came over here for something that it just wasn't it. This is a young brother. This brother still learn. This brother, I'm surprised this young brother picked to come hang around me when he see me. Usually young people especially run from me.
What up, Miss Hicks? Dang, I just saw the chat now. What's good, Miss Hicks?
Hey, this is my young brother right here. So, whatever
Hey,
he do on
appreciate
his
that,
channel, that's
Pearl.
what he do on his channel. But he been respecting this channel since I put it up. So I hate y'all had to experience that, but that brother got to learn from what he do, just like I had to learn, just like you got to learn. You feel me?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I heard through the YouTube streets that happened, but that's not my business. That's not my stick. You a grown man. You young, but you a grown man. You know.
If they saw me on True Freeman show, I know they had to see me on. It was
Tell
like
me about
about
it, bless always.
it was about 4 other people's show. I done got real good. I know they had to catch me.
Hey, Christ Council, now I told you, I heard about that. I ain't even questioning you about that. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't important to me. I
Hey
know that
man,
I know what this man has done. I know that he talked cash stuff about my sister-in-law, my god baby. I know this. I've heard
True
him do it.
Freeman.
My homie's mother.
What's good with it, Bree?
What up, Brizzle?
What
Hey,
up,
what's
though?
good with it, man?
Nothing much,
Oh
there, bro.
yeah. Hey,
What you
hey,
got?
hold
What you
on.
got right there,
Get
boy?
down, man.
Let me pack one up with you, man. Hold on. Let me get right with you real quick.
Hey, Bree, let me get a pull or two off that boy, man. The
I
hell?
know that thing looking crispy over
You
there,
didn't put
man.
together a rocket over there. You know I can't even hit nothing that spoil right there, man. Dang.
Some shit I
Wow.
stumbled. Some shit I stumbled on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I
What's
tried to
good,
go get
man?
me a blunt rat earlier, man. All the damn stores.
I got my originals here. Now I'm looking for my other one. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on mute for a hot second. Y'all go ahead and wrap a taste right quick. Oh, hey Bree, did you see Christ Council had fans over here with us, man?
Oh, somebody was talking smack in the chat or something.
they asking why I was over here, man. They like he showed his penis to True Free, man.
Oh yeah.
Why is he over here? He showed his penis to True Free, man. I'm like, dang, man, y'all didn't see me show my penis in Styles, man. I think I might even did it on Tommy's show. I can't remember. I know I got Kevin Samuels for a good time,
Me,
man.
Bree, and Christ Council sitting there kicking it. I've been live for
Oh,
31 minutes.
oh man, hey man, it's turn up season, man. We got about 5 or 6 inches of snow out here, man. The whole city locked down. Hey, I
Oh yeah,
love it,
y'all right,
man.
yeah. You when it slow down south, nigga, y'all like the whole city down,
Hey,
nigga.
yeah, hey, yeah, but when we get 1 inch of snow, we locked down. We got a
Right.
good
You get
snow
a
this time.
flurry. That shit ain't even got a stick. You know what I'm saying?
I know, man.
Man, if it's just flurries, it's like, oh my God, the world about to come to an end. Shut this shit down, nigga.
And they iced up everything yesterday. It came down heavy today. It's still coming down light right now, man. It's supposed to snow again tomorrow, and then it's supposed to
Yeah.
snow again
The
like in the
whole, the whole eastern part of the country is cold. You know what I'm saying?
and the whole western part getting flooded.
For real? Damn.
Now you see that volcano that went off?
No, I ain't up on that.
There's a volcano near the Tonga that went off 2 days ago. Man, that thing could be seen from outer space. It looked like a fat boy bomb went off. You know the bomb Fat Boy, the one that blew up mountains? It looked like one of
Yeah.
those went off. Yeah, a
Damn.
volcano went up. Hey man, the shock wave alone looked like some shit that you'd see in a Marvel movie. And the super
Well,
in the Superman in the DC movie. Like the
damn.
shockwave, you see the waves and stuff. They was talking about that the water, the tide. They already showed like how much the tide's been coming up. But they was expecting it. They were initially suspected it was going to be a tsunami, but it calmed down a lot. But
I can guarantee you whatever it is man made.
Mm.
I guarantee you. It's a
I'm thinking so
distraction.
too, man.
Don't
I'm
ever
thinking
trust
so too.
these
It
fools,
just
man.
seemed real convenient. I see that skeptical look in your eye, man. I see that skeptical look in your eye,
Yeah, I
Bree.
seen it too. I desire whatever's behind that look.
Bree, like, man, I just trying to enjoy my blunt, man. Why I gotta go get on that?
See,
No,
let me go ahead, Bree.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just not convinced that you're right.
We're
Is
good with
all.
it, Mongoose.
Okay.
Hey, how's everybody? Y'all all right?
Hey, yeah, man.
All
What
right,
up,
glad to see
Mongoose?
y'all. Ain't nothing too much. Glad to see y'all live and y'all still moving.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, man.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry for holding you up, man.
Oh no, I was listening to the tape what you were still saying about yesterday and a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what's up.
yeah, I was listening to that and everything else, and just kind of catch up on the rewind. Can you say rewind? Rewind the tape, and see that's what's going to happen. God's going to rewind everything. I didn't say something. He can rewind everything, as they
Mm-hmm.
say down here in the South. Up,
Absolutely.
But y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Let me sit back and listen for a minute.
Well, see, what Bree has to understand is he have to understand that these people don't care about us in the least. So when these people talk this rhetoric about our protection and our health, understand these are the same people that's telling you that the earth is overpopulated and that we got to get rid of people, even though we see people dying, thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions dying every day, every second of the day. So when you get these people to come talk this stuff to you and tell you how concerned they are about your well-being, that ought to send up a red flag automatic. And if it haven't sent up a red flag yet, you better start programming your mind to send up a red flag every time you notice these people caring about you.
Well, see, the thing I got a problem with is to be absolutely sure about something. Like you tell me you're absolutely sure about some things. I'm not saying that you're wrong in what you're saying. I kind of agree with you. These folks don't give a damn about nobody. But to say that you absolutely know their motives and you know exactly what they're planning to do to a certainty, that's big. And all I'm saying is, I don't know if you know the absolute truth about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're right. I'm not saying that you're right. I'm just not convinced. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just not convinced that you're absolutely right.
Okay, well let me help you with that.
Let me show you how acidine that is.
Okay, okay. He said how acidine that is. Okay, come on.
Right. I'll say. Let me show you. Because the Bible says about Jesus Christ. Now, matter of fact, let me sit and think about it for a minute because I want to get the verse right and everything.
All right, I'm going on mute. I'm going on mute.
Okay. They said that now let me
pull my shit over. You know what I'm saying?
But that's good for you. That's good for you. And see, I like Bree because Bree is a virgin. You see what I'm saying? So you can't like really bring things into his mind and bring him anything. No, you got to bring him something with some proof. So I like him because he's a virgin. Because you got the
I ain't heard no proof yet though.
Absolutely.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Absolutely.
No, hold on, wait a minute. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. And by you being a virgin, you can also be blinded by the truth because when the truth hits you, no, I don't want to believe that. But you believe any and some of everything else that you read. The white man wrote that you got to stop at that red light. The white man wrote you got to wear a mask. The white man wrote when you come into these restaurants, whoever stops you at that door says if you ain't got a mask on, you can't come in. So if you believe that about the white man, how come you don't believe that about the word of God? Now hold up and wait a minute. Because the Bible says that the demons believe and the demons tremble about God and about what he said. Now, if I can get somebody to go and get into the New Testament, when Jesus came across the water, when he went to the other side, and the demons came running to him. Understand this here. These are supernatural powers that you don't have who came running to Christ. And what was the first thing that they cried out? They said, "Who art thou? What are you doing here? What do we have to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High?" And this is what they asked him. Have you come to torment us before our time? Now hold that. Now, if a demon knows that they're going to be tortured, there's nothing they can do about it. And they know the Most High, and they know his son. In other words, they know the order. Who are you to be called man? Who can't even remember when he was a sperm or itching his daddy pants, come out here and say, well, no, I don't want to believe that because, y'all ain't showed me enough proof. well, show me proof that you were sperm. Show me a proof that you come from another galaxy and you made all of this here, and you were God and you fashioned all of this here together. Because according to what my Bible said, God doesn't forget anything. Jesus did, because when Jesus came down, Jesus forgot who he was. So Jesus had to learn who he was all over again, not God. Jesus had to sleep. God never slept. Jesus had to grow up. God never grew up. Jesus had to learn. God never had to learn. There's a difference. It's too much for you to understand. You can't grasp that around your head because you still can't believe that all this stuff happened before you even got here, and yet still you don't even know how you got here. And then you get here and you look and you see everything. That's why the Bible says everything that is visible is clearly made possible. That's where you are going to be condemned at. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't care about what God you believe in, as long as you believe in the right God. I don't care when and where you accept this your truth. I need you to accept this truth into your heart, because you're another soul I don't want to lose. We lost enough souls.
How do you know what you're saying is absolutely true?
I don't know that what I'm saying is absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
One, because I know I didn't make none of my days. Did you make any of your days?
What that got to do with truth?
Oh, okay. So now there you go again. Now I asked you a question. Did you make any of your days?
Did I make any of my days?
Right.
No.
What up, Corey?
Did you? Okay, now hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Did you make any of your past?
No.
Okay, so why does God have this here perfect record of the past coming up here into the present and
How do
going
you
in?
know
No,
it's the
wait a
perfect?
minute. Wait.
How do you know it's a perfect record of the past? How do you know that to be absolutely true?
How does it be absolutely true?
History continues to repeat
Because
itself.
hold up, wait a minute. Because science, which you say you don't believe. See, this is the thing about you. Your thing is, this is where the fool comes in at. When God said, the fool said in his heart, there is no God. And see, that's what you're saying.
No, that's
Because you
not
keep
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You're talking from a place
no,
of
okay,
ignorance.
now
I didn't
hold on,
say
wait a
that.
minute,
We talking about the real reality.
Well,
I didn't say. I didn't
right.
say.
You
I
can't
didn't
make
say
no. You
there wasn't a God.
Bree.
I
You
didn't say
can't
there
make
wasn't a
reality.
God.
Bree.
That's false.
You can't make
That's
reality.
false.
You can't make reality. I tell you what, Bree.
I don't care. I don't care what could be made in reality or not. I never said there wasn't a
I
God.
just gave you the proof. I just gave you the proof. You already got this perfect record.
But when
How
you said
far?
that I
Hold on, wait a minute.
I
How
said there
far
wasn't
can
a
you
God.
take? How
That's
far
not
can you
true.
take your history back? You can
That's
only
not
take your.
true.
Wait,
That's not true. I didn't say
so
that.
tell me, how far can you take your history back? All right, ask me, how far can you take your history back?
How far can I take my history back?
Right.
Well,
So
my
you tell how,
history, well, my personal history or humankind.
your personal history, ancestor history, your sperm history, take it.
I mean, I could just go back. I was born like 30, 40 years ago.
Go ahead.
I mean, shit, that's it.
That's it. Okay,
But
now.
again,
Now,
I never said there wasn't a God. I never said that.
So what are you looking for? What is your debocculation? Because evidently you are deboculated about something, and something like that doesn't sit well with you. Something is challenging your so-called authority. See, I'm not here to say I'm right or anybody else is wrong. I'm saying that the word of God is right, and every
how do you
other man
know
is
that
right.
the word of God is right?
Because history continues to repeat itself.
Right. Because if you read the Bible, and if you know the Bible will tell you that. The Bible will tell you. Because hold on, wait a minute.
Assuming that the Bible is true, right?
Hold up, wait a minute.
Assuming that the Bible is true, right?
Hold up, wait a minute. Now here we go again, like I said with the Bible. So why does that irritate you so much? Evidently, when I mention that Bible,
what you mean irritate? I'm not irritated by the Bible. I'm saying if you're going to use the Bible, you got to demonstrate that it's true.
So let me finish quoting. The Bible says, let the word of God be true and every man be a liar. So every man is a liar.
True? How do we know that's true?
See, there you go again. See, there you go again.
I'm saying you
throughout
saying
everyday
something.
walk
There
in
you go
life.
You
again.
gotta demonstrate that this
There
shit
you,
true or
I don't
not.
have to
Just because,
demonstrate anything.
hey,
I've
I
gave,
can say,
I've
I can
asked you
say,
how
I
many
can say,
questions have I asked you?
I can say, Voldemort
How
is
many?
the
Hold on,
most.
wait a minute.
I can
I'm
say
gonna skip to the book.
Voldemort is
Hold on,
the
wait a
most
minute. Hold on, wait a
powerful
minute.
wizard ever. And you
Hold up,
say,
Bree. Hold up,
I can
Bree.
say that's
Hold
the
up, Bree.
absolute truth.
Hold up, Bree. Hold
And
up,
I can
Bree.
say
Bree,
it.
Bree. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, Bree.
No, hey, y'all talking. I got y'all on mute. Y'all know we better show a little bit of order in here. This is the beginning of the conversation. Say the tough stuff for the middle of the conversation. I'm about to unmute y'all. Y'all be respectful with each other so everybody can hear what y'all saying. I'm enjoying it myself, but this ain't about me. This is about everybody that's coming to see what we trying to talk about, see what we trying to convey. Continue on, y'all.
All right. Now, when you walk into that courtroom with your lawyer defending you, you expect your lawyer to know everything in that book. You want your lawyer to file everything in that book and from what you say and everything else, and you want that lawyer to meticulate what's in the book and to give you the best defense that he can for your case. So when people say, "Well, don't go by the Bible," hold on, wait a minute. That's the law. That's the book. I get where it's written. Well, show
I
me how
didn't
you
say
know
don't
that's
go.
true. No, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute.
I didn't say
When
don't go
you
by the
say
Bible
when
though. I didn't
people
say that.
say no. When you tell me when people say go anything any other sources instead of the Bible and everything else, that's like you telling your lawyer go to any other law school, but what you were taught in law school.
I didn't say
I'm
that
bringing
though.
you the
I
word.
didn't say that.
Oh, hold,
I didn't say don't use the
hold on,
Bible.
wait a
I
minute.
didn't
Yes,
say
you
Hold up,
you
are.
hold
can't use
up,
the
Yes, you
Bible.
are.
Mongoose.
Yes, you are.
Hold up, Mongoose.
You're saying it, and you don't even know you're saying it because you say, "Well, where's the proof? Where's the proof?" I just told you. When
If
can you remember you was
okay,
itching
hold
your
on.
daddy
All right.
pants? When
If
can
I
you remember when
say
you was sperm? I'm
where's the
trying to tell
proof?
you.
If I say where's the proof, that
I
is
just
not the
showed you where the proof
same.
is because
If
in
I
the
say
book of
where's the
Jeremiah,
proof,
when
where's the proof,
Jeremiah told
if I
God,
say
I
where's
must
the
have,
proof,
okay,
if I say
I'm trying to
where's
give
the
you the truth.
proof,
Go
if
get the
I
book.
say where's the proof, that's not the same as me saying you can't use the Bible.
Okay, so when you do say where's the proof, what are you looking for him to
I
bring you for
want to
proof?
know, how do you know that what you're saying about the Bible is absolutely true?
Now, when you say absolutely true,
Hmm.
what are you mean absolutely true? Give me help me understand what you mean by absolutely true.
Objective truth.
So okay. So you heard what he's saying, Mongoose. I'm about to unleash you again. Hopefully you heard everything he say. Satisfy this man.
Bree. You a truck driver, right?
Yeah.
You a truck driver, right, Bree?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Now, of a truth, if you don't pay your taxes, they pull your tax code or they pull your tax ID. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't pay your US DOT number or your licenses or your authority, they pull that, right?
Correct.
All right. That's of a truth, right? Because it's
Yeah.
written down, right? So
Yeah.
you honor those things that are written. But so when I tell you, so when you ask me where the proof is, and I show you where the proof is at, and I tell you to read it, you don't want to read it. Then you say, "Well, how you know that's the absolute truth?" That's what I told you. The white man says you got to stop at that red light. Now let that truck go past that red light and hit something, or you don't stop at that red light, you taking on the consequences. That means because you didn't stop at that red light, you're willing to take on what's coming to the left, the right, and the front. Do you feel what I'm saying? So you know that of a truth. That if you don't do these things, you won't be able to ride. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Do you feel me? And this is for your soul. This is for your salvation. I love you so much. I don't want to see you die. You understand what I'm saying? I want you all that you will prosper, that your family will prosper more than anything else in this world. I have no hatred. I have nothing but love. Now, I can give you my love when I tell you of the truth. So if you believe These letters that the white man has written down, telling you what you have to do to obtain your authority to ride and to walk on these streets. And God is telling you this is what you have to do. Don't think when you do it, you got to believe it. Believe it first, then act on it. Your problem is, if I can get this shit right, you don't even want to believe it because you keep asking for more proof. But this white man ain't got to show you no proof. He already told you, and you
But you,
already know.
but,
If you
but
don't,
you ain't
no,
show you
Hold up,
ain't show
Bree.
me
Hold
no
up,
proof
Bree. Hold up.
either.
Hold up, Bree.
You
I'm gonna let you come back with it. I got some thoughts on that too, but hold up.
no, no,
Go
no.
ahead,
You know,
Mongoose.
it amazes me when they go. This is what Christ was talking about when he's talking about the tradition of man, because the
Hold
disciples
up,
was
Mongoose. You want him to rebut on what you just presented to him?
yeah. I just presented that to him, but I was trying to finish the rebuttal. This is what Christ was talking about when he said that they honor the tradition of men, which is the laws of men, like washing of
Right,
hands. I
right.
mean, you understand what I'm saying? Instead of the laws of what God has written. And that is what you're seeing right here. He's honoring what man has wrote because he knows if you don't pay these fees, he won't be able to ride. God is telling you one thing you got to do is trust and believe me. The words that I've written down is for your salvation. I'm talking eternity. You are so closed-minded and trapped into this world, you're trapped in time. I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about where you're going to spend eternity. And the first thing he's going to come back and he's going to find out is, do I find what? Faith. If you have no faith in God, you don't believe, you are condemned. A dead baby is better than you because a dead baby never even had a chance to even be corrupted.
all right? Now I'm still waiting. You. I said, how do you know that the Bible is the truth? And you talking about some other stuff. You didn't
No, I'm
answer my
not.
question.
I just
You
told you.
didn't.
It's written
You didn't.
down. Yeah, it's
Oh,
written.
the Quran is written down. Should I believe in the Quran too? So what?
Hey, nice
Come
analogy. I
on.
like that one. I like that one.
Come on.
I
So
tell you,
what?
show me
How do
one
you
thing.
know that this
Show me.
is the truth?
All right. I just told you.
You ain't.
Show me
I'm
one
saying.
thing.
I mean,
Show me, show me.
if you
I'm at,
can't answer it,
oh,
just say
wait,
I can't answer it.
I'm about to tell, what do you mean? Come on, let me talk. Show me one thing in the Quran that came true. Show me one thing in the Bible that hadn't came true. You know how many stories in the Bible I can give you that came true?
How do you know they? How do you know they came true? How do you know this? You're not
Oh,
answering the
because
question.
hold up. The Bible says there's going to come a time where you're not be able to buy, eat, or what? Do anything unless you have the number or the number of his name, what? Pierced into your forehead or into your hand. He said there's going to come a time when you're going to have what? Of a one world government. The Bible speaks of all that. Does the Quran speak of that?
I don't care what the Quran speaks. What does
Oh,
that
then
got
no,
to
well,
do
hold up,
with the
wait a minute.
truth,
You know
though?
what? No, hold up,
You
wait a minute. You
just
told me you don't
said,
care about.
hold on, can I
Wait a
speak?
minute, wait
Can
a
I
minute.
talk,
Now,
man?
wait a minute.
Can I talk?
Wait. You
I
talking about
got
the
a rebuttal.
Quran
I'm
is
trying
written?
to talk. I'm trying to talk.
Man,
Can I talk?
dog, go
Damn.
ahead. Go
You
ahead.
just
Because
said
you being
that,
contradictive, dog. You being contradictive.
and I'm asking for evidence, and you ain't presenting nothing. How do you know this
I'm
the
giving you
truth?
evidence.
And you ain't
Hold up,
gave
dog.
me nothing. You asking me
Okay,
questions.
okay,
Well, how do
okay,
you? Well,
okay.
why is the Quran
I
this
just
and the
told you.
Bible is that? That's not
You said the
answering the question.
Quran.
That's not
You
telling
said
me
I just.
nothing.
What
How
is? Oh
how
my
how
God.
how is you telling me the Bible is the truth and you but ask me a bunch of questions about the Quran? Make that make sense, man. Why? What you mean? Why would the Quran this and the Quran that? Why you got to bring the Quran in it? Yo, tell me how you
Who
know
brought the
that the
Quran
what
in?
you saying
Who
about
brought
the
the Quran
Bible
in?
is absolutely the truth.
KC, who brought the Quran into the conversation? Who mentioned the Quran in the conversation?
Bree.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
No,
I'll sit here. I'll be
you
quiet.
said in your efforts to tell me that the Bible is the truth. You ask me, well, tell me something true in the Quran and tell me something false in the Bible. What the hell has that got to do with the Bible being true? Tell me why you're convinced, or no? Tell me why the Bible is the absolute truth. You ain't told me nothing. You just told me The white man write this down and you believe that, so you should believe what God say. So what? You ain't told me nothing.
Mongoose, you there? If you talking Mongoose, I think you put yourself on mute. Or you probably need to go out and come back in. Now I got some hot fire for both of you boys, man. I'm like, I like this type of teaching, man. I got something for both of y'all. I like what both of y'all talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, hey, bless always. It is in my about section. It's in there. Hey, Mongoose, go out and come back in. Because we can't hear you. Ooh, I like that. Now, Bree brought up the Quran, right? See, I just so happen to have a little bit of intel on that, you know. Also, I got the nerve to have a little bit of intelligence in the Quran. And for the most part, the Quran ain't nothing but a regurgitation of the scriptures. You know, the Quran came many, 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 many years after the scriptures were completed. And a story about the Quran, an angel forced the Prophet Muhammad to put these writings down. Mongoose? Mongoose, you there? I got it running across the screen, blessed always. You still say put it up in the what's the name anyway? So when we talk about, well, he asked you to name something out the Quran that has happened. I can name quite a few because the Quran is pretty much just the scriptures with additions or takeaways, what have you. So I can name quite a few. Hold up. I look like I got him on can't unmute. Okay, yeah, you got yours on mute, Mongoose. I see the line through there. I tried to unmute you, but they say you got it mute. Take your time, brother. I'm here. We here. We ain't going nowhere. Christ Council in the middle getting him something to eat, so he listening there. We good. Yep. Take your time. Take your time. Appreciate you, Bree. I like what you're doing right now, man. I like how you coming. Now hit me. Now when that first question you asked about the Quran and the Bible. Well, no, I was actually answering his question. Hit me what you hit him with right quick before he come back. Because I'm gonna have to turn the Mongoose loose. You know this, Bree.
What I say?
He asked you something.
Mm-hmm.
He asked you something, bro. And you came back. Oh, he said that you ain't got no problem. Okay, yep, I know where I wanted to come. He said you ain't got no problem with the white man putting down his rules and regulations.
Okay.
You ain't got no problem with listening to that. And I got a problem with that. Let me, you ain't even got to come back with that. I got you on this one.
Okay.
See, the thing about that, Mongoose, is when the white man put his rules down, we got plenty examples around us. He don't necessarily have to make the mistake. We got plenty examples around us of people that have made that mistake, and we know fully what will happen to you without it happening to us. So when you say that, when the white man said you take his word for it, not only do we take his word for it, we see the examples he made out of people who thought it was a joke. And you can also use that same argument with Bree. See, Bree, the things about the Bible is not everybody included. It's only the people that really believe or really have faith. And remember, when Christ walked the earth, I know you don't, believe in the Bible, but you do know this part. When Christ walked the earth, he never made anybody listen to what he was saying. He never forced himself upon nobody. So with that in mind, you're not here because you're being forced. So we can knock that one out the park right there. You're here because you on the same ride. You on the same mission. You want unadulterated truth. You want unequal truth. Unequal to anything. And I'm going to tell you like this. You don't know when you say you want positive or something you said. What was that word? What was that term you used, Bree?
Absolutely.
Absolute truth, right?
Right.
So dig this. When you're working and you make plans for that week, right? Right?
Right.
You don't know positively whether you're going to wake up the next day.
Right.
But that don't stop you from making those plans.
Right.
For your job and for the rest of your week. That don't stop you for setting your clock to, a set time so you can get up for this next day. And you're not even 100% sure that you're going to get up. A plane can fall in your house. A gas main can go off. Right. Anything, right? So with that in mind, why not use that same fire for at least trying to feel where the mongoose was coming from rather than just casting it off first? Why not accept it first and then find reasons to cast it off?
Because that's not how we do things.
Okay.
Tell me.
Break it down for me.
Let me ask you a question, Big.
Okay.
Besides your God, right? Tell me something that you believe before you had the evidence for.
Something that I believe
before you have the evidence for.
Before I had the evidence for something I believe. I believe that if you do something messed up to somebody, something messed up gonna happen to you.
No, believing something like. Oh my God! So you got evidence for that? That.
Hold up. Geek boy, you don't want none, man. I told you I put together a show for you. You don't want none of this, deep boy. Hey, Bree, Geek boy right here in the chat, he's a non-believer. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's on the same mind state you on with, like, you're open to learning new truths. I think he made up his mind just to not mess with it, period. But I told this young brother, give me a time period, hit me up in my comments, we have a conversation, because I got plenty of people around me that feel the same way he feel.
Another question, Big.
Oh, if you too shy for the panel, you ain't got to come to the panel. I can deal with you from the chat. But you always welcome, brother. You know what I'm saying? You always welcome, man. Thanks for coming through, Geek Boy. Go ahead, Bree. My bad. Oh, hold up. Let's make sure Mongoose got some volume.
I got some. All right.
Okay, that's what's up, Mongoose.
Question, Big.
Okay, go ahead.
Question, Big. To revisit what you just said, I could hold that stance on Mormonism, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could be like, I could go to the Mormon church and enroll and say and believe in Mormonism and then get the proof later.
No, you can't, because you don't know the history of Mormonism. You better know the history of Mormonism.
Oh my God!
Hold up, Mongoose. He asking me a question.
You see what I'm saying?
No. Let me stop you right there. You can't walk up into no other church and talk junk about it, just like you can't walk into no temple of Islam and start talking Islam. They'll kill you right there. Let's be for real. You can't walk up to any church and start talking. One, they ain't gonna let you speak, especially if you don't know nothing about it. See, Christianity or should I say, talking about Christ is the only one that gives you freedom where you can say, I don't agree, I disagree, and everything else. In Muslim and Mormonism and everything else, you cannot believe or disbelieve the truth that's written in that Bible. You got to go by everything that is written on that book. If you don't, either you killed, especially if you're over there in the East, or you're what emancipated or demancipated from the religion. They kick you out. Christianity, or should I say, or
Mongoose. I think Mongoose snapped his
Yeah,
cord.
I think you got a little bit too excited there. But anyway, to go back to what I was saying, I could take that very same stance and say I believe it and get the proof later. I could do that, right, with Mormonism, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I could do that with any religion. What does that mean? I mean, I could do that with any religion. I could believe it and get the proof later.
Yeah. Now with Mormonism, that's kind of an easy one right there, because it's only gonna take you so long to break that one down, because it's
I'm just trying to point out that I could do that with any belief system.
That's true. That's what I see, Bree. The way I live, I always take a person's word for it. I don't never doubt nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you was to come up to me, man, out of the blue and say, man, I just threw a fireball at somebody, I may laugh and chuckle or whatnot, but when I see that you serious about it, I'm gonna actually listen to you. I'm gonna try to get down to the bottom of it. I'm not going. I'm going to doubt because I'm me, because I'm a regular person. Right. But I'm gonna believe what you tell me until you give me reason not to believe it.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like
that's not a pathway to truth. That's just a personal preference you got in believing and not believing shit.
Factual.
Yeah, so that's
just something.
Okay. Well, I choose not to do that. But
over time.
Yeah, that's how you do your shit, and I do my shit.
Because
you know
listen, let me tell you, one of the last people I doubted. One of the last people I doubted was Vic. Because you know Vic, you remember us when we was way younger than this.
Mm-hmm.
And when Vic was telling me some of the stuff that he was doing, Bree, I looked at this nigga, man, like, dog, if you gonna get the fuck on out of here. I was judging that book by its cover. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think he knew this. First thing that Vic ever asked me for was, where can he get a gun? That's the first thing he asked me. And I took him to go get one.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of your first times meeting Vic. When he was with Chanel.
Right.
Pulled up over, got one at Smokehouse.
Yeah.
So you was probably meeting him for the very first time then too.
Right.
So he telling me about these drug charges. He telling me about how he had this and that set up. Listen, Bree, I 100%. I listened to him, dog, but I ain't believe nothing this dude telling me, right? Nothing. He talked me into going down there to Atlanta with him because he had a court date. He had the court date. Now, with the court date, that answered my question about doubting him on these drug charges. That answered that question, right? So when it comes to how he had things set up down there, a couple cars, bought his mama one. Now, we get with some of his partners that he was with down there before he even got with Chanel. He done already told me the story from his viewpoint. I'm hearing these niggas regurgitate everything because that's the last time they seen this niggas when he got caught up on these drug charges. So they recounting the stuff he had in his house. They recounting where he lived and what happened to the cars. They recounting all this stuff. So he didn't have to tell me. He didn't have to fill in his blanks. And then on top of this, Bree, the nigga tell me that he went on tour with the fucking Fugees. Or went to performances with them behind stage. His sister's boyfriend, husband, was they producer or manager or something like that. Dog, you know I wasn't believing this nigga. But see, his mama filled in the blank on that part.
Oh, okay.
Not even brought up in the conversation. They just started talking about Wyclef. She brought it up, talking about the song he just made. That was when he just made that 911.
Yeah, okay.
And they talking about that, and she bring up everything that this nigga done told me on the other end. So it was like after Vic, bro, I ain't doubt nobody else. I listened to you, and then once I seen you to be a liar, I just took you for what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you, for instance, you never was you trying to be something you wasn't.
Right.
You was always you. So I ain't really have to go find out if you was solid or not, even though I kept my ears open to what was said behind your back. You know, what type of person people think you are or feel like you are.
Right.
And you got, without people even knowing I'm taking notes, you got good reports all the way around.
Right.
You probably even got better reports than me. So, I don't doubt nobody no more. And I find it, bro, you tend to be a lot more in control when you find out, when you doubt certain things and when you find out it's the truth. You tend to be a little more in shock than you would if you believed it anyway, but you had your little doubts.
Mm.
And I'm just mapping it out to the way I built it up over the years, the way I used to break things down.
Yeah.
As far as my thought process is concerned.
I think you're just describing a method that you use.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And my method is a little different, but not to
I
say
like your
that.
method though.
I
like your method though. I respect it.
Not to say that either one of our methods won't produce results. We just got a different way of doing shit. That's all.
Yeah, and I like different. You know what I'm saying? I like different. I like contrast. I don't like. Well, I do like harmony, but I don't like forced harmony.
Right.
I like a harmony that's a harmony off everything that's true. You feel what I'm saying? It's like three of us eyewitness something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they separate us. We eyewitnessed it for ourselves. They separate us and ask us questions in three different parts of the police station. When we speak, it's like we're harmonizing with each other because everybody's saying the exact same thing and everybody is regurgitating the exact same thing.
Right.
That's what I like. I don't like it forced. I don't like it. Oh, my boy told me this and my boy don't lie, so I'm going to just believe. I don't like it like that. That's why I respect your way of, calling yourself checking certain issues. I respect that. I dig that. See what my older brother got to understand is this: old dogs can learn new tricks.
Yeah.
Old dogs, they teach us that old dogs can't learn new tricks, but they can.
Right. Yeah.
They really can.
Absolutely.
And the method, the knowledge that he got with the method, only thing he needs is a little bit of patience with that.
Right. Yeah.
A little bit of patience, man, it's going to go a long way, because if what he was saying is true, or he ain't got to prove this or prove that, then what we got the Bible for? That's what the Bible is for. The Bible is people doubting God all the way through it.
Right.
So it's it's the opposite of what we supposed to stand for. Those of us that do believe in Christ, it's the opposite. So I be kind of letting him go at it because I want him to hear himself say it. I don't want to be the one that continue to bring it to him.
Right.
I
Right.
want him to hear himself say it. Like, listen, you know, now what you just said, is Christ in agreement with that?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm digging your style, bro. That's why I make sure you hear if I'm thinking. I'm
Right.
making sure you hear every time I go live, especially
Right.
when I'm talking about something like this.
Right. And again, I'm not saying that the mongoose is wrong. I'm not saying that. You know
Understood.
what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't think there was a God either. So I didn't say that because
Right.
he think that I don't think that I don't think there's a God. Like I don't. He thinks that I believe God don't exist.
But see,
And I'm
that's
not.
what make it real funny to me. That's why I be letting it go head on before I get order, because I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Right. Right.
he
He
understands it
just
too. That's like he can get
automatically
it.
assuming
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying, he know all my stances as it relates to the spiritual, and you got to ask people questions before you just automatically paint people with brushes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that right there. That's why I welcome it to my platform. And I want everybody, Geek Boy, anybody. Corey came over here and chilled with us the other day. Anybody that got any doubt about this stuff should be able to ask questions without being
Yeah,
stoned.
I'm just asking questions. Like, since when do a motherfucker asking questions, then you automatically assume, oh, you this and you that. And I'm like, I just
Yeah.
asked a question.
Yeah,
You
man.
you know me, Big. The first thing I do is ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah, you
Because
supposed
see,
to, man.
see the thing is he's claiming something to be true. I'm not. So I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe and why do you believe it? And can you prove to me, or can you prove to me that it's the truth? And if you can't, just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because look, you know, ain't nobody got no gun in no head. Ain't nobody saying right now, nigga. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right,
So,
right.
you know, yeah, just take a step back.
Yeah.
Because if it's true, the proof is out there. It's just about you taking a little time out to go
Right.
produce it.
And you know what? And talking about religion, it excites me too. You know what I'm saying? It excites me too.
Absolutely.
I know we're excited, but we got to just bring it down a notch and let's
Mm-hmm.
not get our emotions involved.
Mm-hmm. At least, especially the people that believe in the Bible, because this is what we're taught to do. We're taught to be level headed. We're taught to shut our mouth and listen. In fact, the Proverbs said, I think the Proverbs go as far as saying only fools interrupt people when they talking or something like that. So it go against the whole code in a sense. It go against the whole code. And we want to be wary of that. We want to be wary of that. See, the only people Jesus snapped up was the Pharisees. And let me help you understand why he snapped up the Pharisees. Because they knew the truth. They knew the truth. They knew who he was. But see, they're around here playing in people's face like they didn't know what time it was. They knew. Go back and read the Gospels. Go read how people was looking for Jesus before he made himself known. See, what happened with the Pharisees is that the plan they had set, Jesus didn't go along with that plan. When they tried to geek him up to be king because he had scripture to back him up being king, And see where a lot of us don't believe the scripture. At this time, everybody knew the scripture was boss. Everybody knew, even the pagans. Go read the gospel, you hear even the pagans acknowledging who Jesus was. So with this in mind, their plan was to take over and rule. They thought that they was going to actually rule. But see, when Jesus said, my kingdom is no part of this world, oh my goodness. From that point on, y'all, notice how he was getting attacked, and notice how the Pharisees was saying he got to be killed. Damn took to a far, somewhere far away and dumped. They said he got to be killed. It was in their heart from the jump, because he was putting a big monkey wrench in what they had planned. See, people reading these scriptures and they thinking, that's why I say the Bible ain't just in one way. It's height, width, depth, and breadth. And when they hear how he supposed to take his scepter and crush the kings of the earth and all the enemies supposed to get this, that, and the other, when they heard all this stuff, they looking for a warrior to be born. Remember, these people ain't doubting. They know David was real. They know Samuel was real. They know Elijah was real. Elisha was real. Enoch was real. They know it. Moses was real. Alexander the Great was real. They know all this. So they anticipating a straight up warrior to come on the scene and just smash the Romans. So when they seen this meek, apologetic, loving character come on the scene, they like, hold up. They gonna tell you in the Gospels that people was looking for his arrival. Why is that? Because the scriptures pointed to the time where he would be born. So from that time period, they knew that he had grown up. There's about 20 some years that passed by. They ain't heard nothing. They know he been born already, though, because the word said he would be born in this time period. They knew he would be born. So when he made contact with people, look at what they said in the scriptures. Don't take my word for it. We knew you would come. We knew we were looking for you. You hearing stuff like that. You think people was just stopping their everyday lives to follow him just off a whim? Or do you think it has something to do with these scriptures foretelling the arrival? See, our people in this time period want you to think that these people back then were dumb. They were slow. They didn't have sewer systems. They didn't have running water. They didn't know how to freeze. They didn't know how to take a balloon all the way to the sky and have just as much ice every day as you got your refrigerator making ice. They thinking people were slow. See, the Ecclesiastes tell us there's nothing new up under the sun. So guess what? Everything we doing today, people back then was doing even better. That's why they show you the barns with the animals outside of it, all the dirt hills and shit like that. They actually want you to think that these people was living like slum. That these people actually didn't have shiny floors. Did you see the monuments? Did you see the houses that was built in the 1700s These Masonic temples, do you see the conditions that they are in? Yeah, they get makeovers, but look at the foundation. Built like rock. And y'all think these people was building all these monuments and stuff all these million years ago, and they was behind as far as intellect compared to us? Check yourself. Check yourself. I'm going to take a walk downtown, y'all. On the next good day, I'm going to take a real slow drive downtown. And I'm going to show y'all a few buildings that was built in the mid to early 1800s. And I want you to see what type of condition these buildings is here in Detroit. And mind you, there's buildings in other places that's built way better. Mongoose, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Joining the stream, brother.
What's good with it, man?
What happened to Bree? What happened to Bree?
He phased out, but he hear you back. He'll be back soon.
All right, copy that.
You had a little measurement you needed to put down before I continue what I was doing. You want to say something to the brother, because I know you heard what he said when you fell off. He's not the enemy.
No, the enemy is the unbelief. You feel what I'm saying? Like I asked him the question, you have to get all this stuff before you get up on this here road. That's written down. You can't get on this here road unless you have it. Now, he had also wrote into the law that you have to stop at every red light. Now, if you choose not, now, even though the law is written, just like everything else is written, it's up to you to believe it. So if you don't stop at that red light, you're taking the chance, and you are saying that I will accept all the other consequences that come with this disobedience. And see, this is where he's headed, and he doesn't even know it. With his disobedience and him not believing the word of God, that leaves you open up to Satan. And for God, God doesn't send you to hell. You send your own self to hell. God said you are another man. You'll be cast into the lake of fire, because you have all this proof, but you choose not to believe. And a person that's keep asking me the same asinine question, prove this to me, prove this to me. I don't have to prove anything to you. You know, if you don't stop at that red light, you get into a crash, it's your fault. Such is life. You got brothers here that love you, that are trying to get you to understand that there is a God. What other proof do you need? Do you believe in air? You can't see the air, but you know that you breathe it. Do you believe in germs? You can't see a germ, but you know that you breathe it. Do you believe in good germs? What are good germs? Good germs is water. It's something that you need to survive, because if you take a drop of water, you put it on the microscope, you'll see all the microscopic germs that are in there that are good for your body. That's, I say, water, and that's what you come from. You got to be born. You're born in water, through water, comes all the way through. That's why he said you must be born again. That means you got to be rebaptized to go through the water in the what? In the blood. Just like when you came up the first time out of your mother's womb. What was the first thing that broke? Her water that you was made in. But that's too much. That's for another topic.
And that's what we here for.
Well, that's going to be another topic, because the next topic is going to be the war.
I mean, we only 128 in. You only been here for about a half hour total. Until Bree get back and we finish this first conversation, you can feel free to educate us, brother. Or did you? Want me and you to finish our conversation from last night?
Oh, you go ahead and finish yours. Finish yours, because I love when you talk, man. Go ahead. Okay. Finish yours, because I want to get to capture up on something and everything else. I don't know everything. Matter of fact, I don't know nothing. I only know what's given to me.
We don't know everything.
Right. The only thing I know is what is given to me and everything else. Hey, it's coming up close on my bedtime. I know I got to be in bed by at least by 7 o'clock.
Okay, so we got at least another half hour, right?
Right. Now. I noticed that I got to be in bed by at least 7 o'clock. Look,
Okay,
it ain't till 12 till the party really start.
absolutely.
It ain't like that no more. But what up, man? Go ahead, y'all go ahead and do that, man. I ain't trying to hang. I ain't trying to be young no more.
Mhm.
My thing. Look, I don't care who Kathy with.
Absolutely.
I, I don't care who Kathy with nowadays. I used to think that when I was young, man, Kathy and Gail can be with whoever they want, and and who
Absolutely.
and whoever you have babies by, that's your problem. I used to worry about that when I was younger. Oh man, she probably out with that nigga and everything. And man, look, knowing what I know now, like I said, I listened to my mom when my mama told me, "Don't touch that girl, leave that girl alone. Go on and go to school." And I told my mom, "You don't know nothing about being in love. What do you know about being in you? Yeah, you never been in love." One of the most stupidest, asinine things I ever said in my life. I mean, I'm
Hey,
saying to
you
myself,
had to
I
find
mean,
out though.
yeah. I mean, I didn't say it to her directly because back in the day, man, you open up your mouth, you might as well, you find all your teeth on the ground. And you know me, I come from a bunch of brothers. If my brothers even heard of that, I said something back to my mother. You understand what I'm saying? Chico, and see, it's Chico, Skip, Don Lamar, all of them are older than me. All of them was like, man, let me see. Pam is 2 years older than me. CD, and after Pam comes Dalamar. So Dalamar was like 3 years older than me. Then before Dalamar comes Skip, before Skip comes Chico, before Chico comes Ronnie, and Ronnie becomes Steven. So there was no, because I was near the baby, the mom was the baby. There was no talking back or letting anything spew up out your mouth. And if my brothers heard anything, like I told you, that I said something back to my mother or anything like that, man, please. And the worst thing you never wanted to hear was, I'd rather get beat by my mother. And I think I told you this here, Casey. I'd rather get beat by my mother than my brothers. Because my brothers felt like it was open season, because they didn't show no mercy.
Mhm.
You get
Yeah,
lumped up, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Kiko Dollar Mine, man, they lumps them up, So in love, I get to get back at my brother. And I know you heard us argue a couple times. Man, I ain't no little kid no more, dog. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And I know you heard that right. And see, I know what he did in love. And see how we would get them back. We would get them back in trouble because when my mother would come home from work or whatever else, and it was time for us to go to bed, we would turn around. We'll say, "Ma, do you know what?" And she was like, "You know what? What happened? What happened? What went on today?" She's like, "Guess what, Ma? What? We didn't even eat." And that was the biggest thing me, Pam, and Lamont would say to our mother, and that would get Chico and the rest of them all in trouble.
Mm.
And they're like, "Okay, well, when mother leave tomorrow for work, nigga, you gonna get it." Which we did, but that was our way getting back at them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we couldn't beat them. We couldn't beat them. We had to eat and do what they said. You know what I'm saying? That was the crazy part. Growing up, sibling rivalry. Yeah, so I'm still have that trait. Man, dog, I ain't your little brother. I'm grown. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But that's all in love, though. That's all in love, and that's how we're children because we don't know everything. And he has particular people who are here to teach us and help us along the way. Now, the thing is, just like I was making an example of that, which I think is a good example, you got older siblings that'll try to keep you in line to keep you in shape because they never wanted they was like, man, like my brother told me, you don't want mother to find out. You don't want mother to find out that you didn't do this, you didn't do that. That was double. But to take the lesser of the two, because I couldn't understand and I didn't know that I was supposed to have a father in the house, but I've always had father images that were there. And it took me almost all my life to understand why the father wasn't in the house, and that was all by design. And that was all by design because it was coming after me. And they were coming after you. And they're coming after Crisis Constant. It was coming after Bree and everybody else. Because you don't need an example there. Let me take away the example and give you the false example. Let me give you the mix-up example. Where the woman is the head of the house and the man is secondary. So therefore, you don't know how to accept when a man is talking to you in truth. You want to see proof of everything, but if your mother tell you or somebody else tell you, it's believed as a known fact. See, Bert, you have to understand a man and a man's word. Whenever a man says something, and I believe me and you talked about that in a private conversation. Whenever we say something, our word is our bond, and we have to stand on that because that's something that can't be moved. He said, she said that they will say such and such or do such and such or whatever else. We stand on our what? Our word. So I stand on the word of God. Where's your proof? The proof is in the word of God. And so when I asked him about certain things, he will show me in the Quran this, show me in the Quran that. I said, show me in the Bible where the Bible has ever went wrong. And like you said, you still have proofs as is in the Bible. It's you said in the Quran is like the Bible, but it has a little bit more territory. No, the Quran is nothing like the Bible because the Bible was written for us, his true people. The Quran and everything else are imposters, fake fairy tale books, because it always talks about Muhammad. Muhammad was never a prophet of God.
Absolutely imposters. I mean,
Right,
anytime you make up a whole religion based on
right,
bits and parts of another's beliefs,
right. And
you
see,
know,
that's what the
that's
Mormons, right,
imposter type attitude right there.
right. And that's what I was telling them
Hold
about
up.
the Mormons.
Let me interrupt this conversation right quick. I want to show my people something right quick, y'all. This is a little bit breaking news. Check this out, y'all. Y'all see that on the screen? Y'all can see it, right? It's decision to offer after school Satan Club.
What?
Check it out. Check it out. A
Mhm.
school district in Illinois backs up its decision to offer after school Satan Club at one of its elementary schools. The Satanic Temple of the United States has offered an Illinois school district an after school program that includes various activities such as games, arts and crafts, problem solving, and critical thinking, among other things. Okay. On its website, the Satanic Temple, uh, let's see, will they let me? The Satanic Temple says it promotes uh, ego iteratism.
Whatever
Y'all know
that
what
is,
I'm saying? Ego
wherever that is,
egaliteratism,
whatever that is.
literalism, social justice, and the separation of religion and state. Hold up, let me see if I can get up under there, y'all. Oh. I found the way to get down up in there. Damn. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to get to this other information. I don't see no bar. I don't see no bar or nothing I can damn. Damn. Hold up. Oh goodness. No, it ain't gonna help me, y'all. I don't know what the hell to do. Goodness. Hold on, let me try this. Let me try to play it and see if it'll do something for me. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up, and maybe it'll let me go up under there. Yeah, see, this got to be made known. And see, Bree, I really want you to see this because I want you to see and understand no matter what we believe, uh, you know, think of it like this. If what we tell you or if what I'm telling you and what the Bible is telling you about Satan is the truth, how can you explain this? And
Right, right,
I'm
right.
just saying if it's the
Well,
truth.
what's
I
And you
can't. I
well,
can't. I
it's the
can't
truth
explain
because
it either way. If it's the truth or not, I can't explain it either way.
it's the truth because right, it's
mm,
truth because the Bible spoke of people that would come to this conclusion and people that will be just like that, just like it was in the days of Noah when they didn't believe nothing that Noah was saying. When Noah was somebody that was going to reign,
You know
and Noah
what?
preached 120 years.
I got a good way to ask it. Mongoose. Let me ask it like this: how do you know that God is responsible for the Bible?
for the who?
Bible.
Okay.
Because it's written in the Bible. It's written in the Bible. He said, now, if you go to
So
St. John says
the
in the beginning
Quran
was,
says the same thing.
what's the
Allah
Quran say?
says that He's
Tell
responsible
me.
for the Quran. I'm just saying,
Uh,
if you telling me, hold on now, if you're gonna tell me that when I ask you how do you know God is responsible for the Bible, and you say the scripture said that God said He wrote the Bible, the same thing I can
who?
say
Okay,
for
okay,
the Quran and other religions.
okay. No,
Right or
now hold
wrong?
up, hold up,
Right or
hold.
wrong?
Well, okay, hold up.
Right or wrong?
No, hold up. All right,
That's
hold
not
up.
right.
First,
That's not
no,
right.
no, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. First,
I mean,
let me
that's
say I'm
yes or no
glad you. No,
question.
no, hold up. Let me say first I'm glad you back and everything else.
All right.
Now, who wrote the Quran?
I don't know.
Okay, now that's good. Now I don't know who wrote the Quran either. Now I know who was
Prophet
orchestration
Muhammad.
in writing. Okay,
You
that's
know
right from
what?
Muhammad. Okay, now hold up. Wait a minute. Now find out who he is and who he wrote the Quran and where he come from. Now I can tell you about the Bible, and this is what I know about the Bible: that Moses, which was a prophet of God, wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. Now in the Bible, Job is the oldest book of any book from what they say that are in the Bible. Now, Moses was a high priest because God doesn't do anything without the covering of his authority. Now, when you say the Bible, Bible, you have what they circulate, which is the number one seller of all time, which is the King James Version. Now, why did they use King James? King James was a black man, he's a Hebrew, and he was
See.
king.
That's when I throw this
All
conversation.
right, now hold up. Wait a minute. Don't throw the
That
conversation.
ain't
Let me
got nothing to
finish.
do with
No,
race.
hold up. Wait. Because hold up. You have King James. Now, wait a minute. King James didn't write the Bible. King James went in before the Knight Templars. Do you know anything about the Knight Templars? Before the Knight Templars
Oh
went
yeah.
in and got the scriptures and destroyed everything. And the Knight Templars are the Catholic Church. But it was King James. Now hold up, wait a minute. Let me finish the history. We talking about the true King James. He was King James the what? The sixth of Scotland and Ireland. Yes, he
Black
was a
man.
black man. Exactly. And he was King James the first what? Of England. And who made him king? Who gave him his authority? His cousin. And who was his cousin? Queen Victoria. Now
Don't
tell me
run
Queen
now from it,
Victoria didn't live.
King.
Tell me
Don't
Queen
run, King.
Victoria didn't live. So hold on, wait a minute. He used a monarch. Tell me King James was not a monarch because King James ascended to the throne at the age of 3 because his father was killed and he said his mother had something to do with it. And that's when he came up with the lie talking about he had sex with his mother. He was homosexual. King James ascended to the throne at 3 years old. He didn't even know his father. And they killed his mother as a conspiracy to his father's death. But King James is a monarch. That's what I'm saying. History proves who God is in the Bible and everything else. And he used the monarch. He said, I have to send my faithful, which are his what? His scholars, people who are faithful and loyal to the king. He said, I want you to go in and I want you to write the books that are here. He gave them specific instruction as it was given to God. And they went in there and they wrote the Bible down and everything else. And he categorized, he put everything together. And the Knight Templars got a hold of it. That's why they destroyed the catacombs and they destroyed the library of Alexandria and everything else because they took all the books. That's why when Hitler went into a village and everything else, the first thing he went to is to the libraries because he burnt all the books because they said he was looking for the Holy Grail and he was looking for the dagger. Let me show you how. Oh man, let me show you how true this
But
Bible
see,
is.
hold up.
No. Let me finish. Let me show you how. Let me show you how true the Bible is. The Bible. No. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Yes, I am because you talking about how do I know it's true? How do I know it's true? No, wait a minute. You talking about? No, he talking about how do I know that is true? Because if Hitler knew from what they said, Hitler was looking for the dagger that the Roman general had that pierced God's side or pierced Jesus Christ's side, and he was looking for the dagger that had the blood of Christ. Now, if Hitler read the Bible and all these unbelievers and everybody else read the Bible and they believed in the Bible, here you are. You're not in the same predicament and you don't believe nothing. But they believe the Bible because why? They went there and they read it.
All right. So you telling me because all these other niggas read the shit and they believe it, I should believe it too. That's what I'm getting.
Didn't I tell you the demons believe and they tremble? And the demons are right there.
Are you saying because all these other niggas read it and believed it, I should believe it true, right?
Almost definitely, because that's how they govern you. That's why they know to put spells over you. That's why they know to curse you.
So if a bunch of people read the Quran, should I believe that shit too?
Oh no, because I told you about the Quran. I told you what the Quran. I told you what the Quran.
Because a bunch of
no. Hold up, wait a minute.
Well, what about
Calm down. Calm down. No, you ain't got me. No.
Your mic's down. I can't hardly hear you.
Let me tell you this here.
Hey,
Your volume went down a little.
They went. Let me tell you this here. They went and they read.
You heard me, Bree?
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is,
okay,
he just said I should believe the Bible because these other niggas read it and they believe it. But then when I ask them, what about other religious texts that motherfuckers done read and they believe? Should I believe the other religious texts too? Like, it's like, what's up? All right, let me ask you like this because clearly I'm not being understood.
You being understood?
What's the difference? No, I can't ask it like that.
No, you can answer because see, let me tell you about the Bible. The Bible never speaks of itself. The Bible always speaks about the word of God. It speaks about what God does. See, you got these other books that speak of how other great men are and what they said and everything else. The Bible never talks about how great the Bible is. The Bible talks about only one thing, and that's the word of God and the living word of God, how the word was made flesh. Now show me in the Quran or any other book where the words that they written down was made flesh.
But I'm not advocating for any other religious text. So I don't.
We understand that you keep asking for proof.
Time out. So I'm not advocating for any other religious text. So I care less about what they say just as much as I care less about what the Bible said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's your problem. So like I said, now you already know if you don't get these authorities, you can't ride. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
If you can't get how you know this is true.
I've already told you. I told you too many times. I
Now
told you too
you
many
told me
times.
Hitler believed something, and I should believe because Hitler believed. That's crazy.
Come on now. Don't hold with that. Now, come on now. Back up
That's what
now.
you
Play
said.
me. No, play me
That's what
better than
you
this here.
said.
We've been
King,
I'm
give
arguing
me
about
sorry.
the same.
game.
No,
Am I
hold up. Wait a
living?
minute.
Am I in a
Hold up. Wait a
parallel
minute.
universe or
Back that
something? Did
up.
you not
Back
say
that
that?
up. Back that up. Put the whole thing in the context. I didn't tell you only
Contact.
Hitler.
Contact.
I told you about everything. I told you who was the
No, yeah,
monarch.
no.
You gonna no hold up, wait a
You
minute.
told me
You
about a
think
lot of
King
stuff.
James hold
You
up,
told
wait
me
a
about
minute.
a lot of
Hold up.
stuff, but it
Wait a
had
minute.
no
No, hold up,
substance.
wait a minute.
It had
You
no
hold up.
substance.
Are
None.
you gonna let me finish? Are you gonna let me finish? King James is a monarch. You think King James is gonna put his monarch up and his reputation up to write a book that's false? Now
Wow.
tell me about the Quran. Tell
No,
me
Wow.
about the Quran. Wait a minute, because anytime a
Hey,
king,
hey,
no,
I
tell
can't
me,
make this
no.
up,
And
y'all. I can't make this up, y'all. He just
no,
said, the
no,
credibility should be by
right,
the people who put their stamp on it. You talking about the
right,
people in the upper
no,
echelons? God knows what kind of things they was involved in. You talking about trust
hold
them?
on, wait a minute.
You
Wait.
gonna
Make
trust
it
them?
plain.
Man, come on,
Make it
man.
plain. Make it plain.
Come
No,
on,
make it plain.
man.
Make it
hey, hey,
plain.
hey,
No.
I'm with you,
Let
atheist.
me cut all of y'all off on this here.
Okay,
Understand and go right now. No. Let's do this right now. Wait a minute. Let's put this to rest right now. Pull up King James. Pull up King James. Go to the Library of
King
Cambridge
James, who
Analytica.
can't be
Hold up,
trusted,
wait a minute.
who was a bad
King
man who
James
can't be
was a
trusted.
monarch. A monarch is supposed to be standing upon truth and justice. Do you understand what I'm saying? He ruled and he was a Hebrew. Now, all these other folks don't know Hebrew. These were a false religions that were made up by the Catholic Church or the churches that came up out of Mesopotamia. If you know your history. Now, you keep telling me give you the proof. I give you the proof. And you say, well, how do you know that's real?
now
That's
hold up.
acidine to me.
You said they Hebrew, right? These the same Hebrews that called for the death of Jesus Christ.
These are well, let me tell you, there was two types.
Uh
There
huh.
was the Pharisee. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me explain.
Uh huh.
There was
I'm
the
with you.
Pharisee, the Sadducees, and there were the Hebrew who were of his blood. So, yes, our ancestors, along with the Romans, are the ones when they asked them, who do you want? Do you want Christ or do you want Barabbas? They said, give us Barabbas and Christ kill. Because the
Uh
Bible
huh.
said, which was true, the Bible said he came unto his own and his own received him not. So, yes, these are the same people. Those that were in the hierarchy of the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and those that were part of the Sanhedrin court. Now, let me finish explaining that. When you said that, you have the Apostle Paul, who was the officer of a court, who was the officer who had written orders from Caesar to kill, to persecute, to torture anybody who believed in God. And on his way to
No, not God,
Damascus,
Christ.
hold
He
on, wait
called
a
him
minute.
Christ.
And on his way to Damascus, one of the highest archy of the Sanhedrin court, if you can understand, he was an executioner. He was a bounty hunter for the
Mm-hmm.
Roman federal government who
Mm-hmm.
ruled during that time. So that means he
All
was
facts.
untouchable. And
Uh huh.
on his way to Damascus to persecute the saints, God knocked him down and changed his life. And he never completed his test. And the reason why he used Paul just like Bree, because you can't put nothing over on Bree. You can't bring him anything without showing him proof. God used that same arrow that persecuted the saints, that killed the saints. God used the same weapon that Satan used and pointed it back at him. And that's why Paul, the Apostle Paul, his name was Saul first. And he was there when Stephen got stoned. And on his way to Damascus, God changed his name to Paul.
Uh huh.
And Paul being part of the Sanhedrin court. Now you got to read the Sanhedrin court and you got to read the power that Paul had. And you got to read the position that Paul had. And God took that and made him a poison arrow and shot him right back at Satan. So you couldn't come to Paul. Just like you can't come to Bree with no anything. You got to
Right.
come to him with the proof, truth, and the power.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then you got to prove certain things. You couldn't do nothing like that. That's why Paul was so invincible, because Paul knew the street side, he knew the religious side, he knew the fake side, and he knew the true side.
Okay, now listen. So you go from the apostles of Jesus, and then you went to the validity of King James, and then you went to the validity of a Hitler. See, understand this. I don't believe none of their history. Okay? I don't believe none of their history. So when you talk about how King James was a black man, it's like that supposed to make it different from it being any colored man writing the truth of God, or should I say, interpreting, translating the truth of God. Now I don't know about.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold up. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of black people that don't think like me or act like me. In fact, they act like the total opposite of me. So pointing out a person's skin as it like it's supposed to make a difference on the validity of something that comes from God, I think that's a no-no in a big way.
Let me finish. Let me say this here. Let me say this here because you keep talking about. Let me say this here because you keep talking about color.
I just need to get this out right quick, so then I can turn you loose. So you talk about Hitler, somebody that has been proven to be a made-up character, funded by the people that run the country they supposed to be going to war with. Hitler, the person that got a life-size poster of Henry Ford on behind one of his desks. Hitler, who was said and proven to be funded by one of the families in the United States that were a presidential family, father and son. So when you throw this stuff up and you trying to tie it in with the scripture, I think
you can tell. Wait. See. That's your small understanding, because you don't even understand. You don't even understand how Christ was even born. Christ was born through incest. So what you talking about? God?
I don't know. What you mean you don't know? Christ was born.
Christ was born through incest. Christ's line came through incest. Because hold up, wait a minute. And see, this is what I'm talking about. When you don't know the Bible and you don't know the circumstances about anything, and it's sitting right there in the book of Genesis, but y'all don't even read the Bible. See, because it was Judah who had sex with his daughter-in-law, who created 2 babies. Now, you had to come to Tamar, and Tamar had 2 sons, and one of the sons was the lineage which Joseph came through. And you got to read that in the book of Matthew. Now, if you don't even understand that, and you didn't read the book of Genesis, and you didn't read how Judah had sex with his daughter-in-law and blamed his daughter-in-law for fooling around.
Are we talking about the same Joseph that didn't have sexual intercourse with Mary to create Jesus? Are we talking about this same Joseph?
We're talking about the same Joseph. I said Judah. I said Christ came out of incest because Judah had sex with his daughter-in-law. I said Judah. Get it right. Judah.
You didn't bring up Joseph. I heard Joseph.
Out of the lineage, because everything comes up out of the man and everything else. Now, you got to understand where Mary came from and the lineage that Mary came from. Now you got to understand where Mary came from in the lineage, because she came about, I think, the Levite lineage. So you have to trace the lineage back. And you got to understand Joseph. Joseph came up out of Judah, out of the lines of the tribe of Judah. So that's why you get Boaz and you get Ruth.
I didn't marry.
So you got to understand.
I didn't marry.
The spirit came up on her, and she was in agreement to be pregnant so he could implant the seed. See, you got to be
who is he?
She. I said she.
She
So he could
implanted the
plant the
seed.
seed. No. So God can plant the seed. God asked Mary because Mary was faithful. Mary was a virgin. See, but Mary was spoken about generations before Christ came because Christ came through 42 generations.
I
You got
know
to
it's
go
just
all the way.
peculiar because Mary is
Oh,
a
okay. I'm
virgin. I'm
asking.
trying to
I'm
figure
telling you.
out.
I'm writing it. I'm telling you right now. It's
Okay.
evident you haven't read the Bible. You got to go all the way back when he talked to Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel, when he asked Zerubbabel, he said, Zerubbabel, do you want a sign? He said, tell me of a sign. Zerubbabel said, no, I'm not going to ask you, lest I tempt my Lord. He said, I'll give you a sign. He said, a virgin shall have a child. That's in the Old Testament. And then she'll call his name Emmanuel, which means God is with us. All through the Old Testament, it talks about the coming of God. See, you got to go all the way back to Genesis in the
I'm just
chapter
saying,
one.
how
No, hold
how
on,
can
wait a
a
minute.
So you
virgin get
Hold
calling
on.
pregnant
Jesus
though?
God?
No. Understand what I'm saying? Listen, would you listen? He said a virgin will have a child. And that's what he told Zerubbabel. He said, I'm doing that to let you know, is there anything too hard for God? If a virgin can have a child and not be touched by man, you understand what I'm saying? That's one side because that's something that is impossible. Now hold up. With God, they said, with God, all things are possible if you what? If you believe. Zerubbabel and the rest of them didn't believe. But he said, I'm going to show you. Now, he said, I'm going to show you that I don't need anything else outside of man or anything else outside of any other God, any other entity to do what I'm going to do. Because you got to go all the way back to Genesis chapter 1. Going into chapter 2,
Uh-huh.
after he questioned Adam, and then he questioned Eve, and then he questioned the serpent, but he didn't question the serpent. He told the serpent, because you did this, this is what's going to happen. And that was the first Bible prophecy that went forth. He said, you will bruise his heel, and his heel will bruise your head. And that sent the demons and the fallen angels into scrambling because that told them that a Messiah is coming to redeem them because man had already failed. And he was telling Mary, don't be discouraged. I have another seed that will redeem you. Now, who is this person that's going to come that's going to redeem man? This is when Satan was going on trying to pollute the blood, trying to pollute the seed, but God had the seed. That's why when Rebecca told Jacob, don't mix with these people. Go and to Laban, to my uncle, and get your cousins. Get your cousin. No, that's when Rachel told him that. When Rachel told Jacob to go to Laban and get his cousin Rebecca and Leah and have kids by them, don't have any kids by her. That's incest because he went down there and he got his first cousins. And his first cousins is the one who had the 12, they had 13 children. And one of the children was a girl. This is where you come with the 13 tribes from. That's how you know it's funny because they come with the 13 tribes. And that's what the Ashkenazi Jews claim, that there were 13 tribes. No, there were 12 tribes because the seed were given to the man. The garden is the woman. That's what you have to understand. You have to understand the seed and you have to understand the garden. The garden can have many seeds. And that's what Eve had, because Eve was like the church. Eve was the garden. And Eve had many seeds because she bore what? 3 sons. But you got to understand what they bore. She bore twins. That's why y'all don't understand the Google tree. That's why you can't comprehend the words that I'm saying, and you
I'm
can't
with you,
grasp
bro.
how did all these here people come about with just two people and with just this seed and
Somebody, hey, you
everything else.
want
You have to understand, like I told KC, when she looked into the Google tree is a twin.
no,
And she
hold
picked
up,
up.
Vince. It ain't that people can't understand. It's just you keep hopping from one place to the other. We
No, no,
gotta
I ain't. No, no, no.
we
I'm
gotta
going
stay
in.
on
No,
one.
I'm
We
going in a. No, no, no. I'm going in a straight line. But I'm so high up, and I'm talking such of a volume that y'all can't even hear. Y'all act like I'm jumping around. I'm talking about the same thing because I'm going back to the
okay.
beginning.
Now, see, listen. Are you giving us this teaching because you want us to understand it, or don't you want us to understand it?
No, I want you to understand. That's why I'm giving it
Okay.
to you.
Well, listen. We have to go. We have to handle point A before we jump to point B and point C.
All right,
Because
what is it?
one
All right,
thing
all right,
was
what is
asked.
it that y'all not
Hold
understanding?
up. One thing was asked of you. Bree asked you, "How did Mary get pregnant?" Now you was
I told you
telling.
the spirit came upon her. She had an agreement. I told you that.
Hold up. You was telling us about that, right? And then
Right.
you hop from that to incest, and I get you was supposed to be. You broke that down to us, but we never got back to the part about her getting pregnant because he asked
She
the
got pregnant.
question
Okay, okay.
and
She
you
got pregnant. Okay, hold up. She got pregnant because the angel of God came to her, and the angel of God told her what she was going to have. Now, now you got to understand how old she was and how pure she was because she never knew a man, but she was married to Joseph. But she did not. No, no, I take it back. Let me take it back. Let me take it back. She wasn't married yet to Joseph. She was about to be the wife of Joseph, and Joseph was about to take her as a wife, and she was a virgin because when Joseph went to her family and asked for her hand in marriage, it was when you back. See, you got to understand this here. Now hold that. Let me hold that thought right there. Let's go back and back of the day. When you go back and you want to marry a female, you marry a female, you have to understand the structure of the family. When you see a female that you want and that you love and everything else, you're assuming that she's a virgin and she's untouched. That's your first assumption, unless you're a priest. Now, if you're a priest, you are only allowed to marry a wife of someone that has been a wife of a previous priest. Joseph married Mary because Mary was pure or supposed to have been pure when Joseph went to her family because Joseph sat among the elders. See, you have to trace Joseph and where he sat in his position. So he gets this young bride. Now, Mary was no more than about 12 or 13 years old. Joseph was like 20, 21. And you already know, as it was written in the days of old, if you're not married by the age of 16, you were considered an old man. So Joseph, being a noble of the priesthood, or should I say of the elders, and him to establish his family and a wife, and Joseph being of a pure mind, a pure conscience. And when he came to him and he found out that his wife is pregnant, see, you never investigated that. This is supposed to be a virgin. Now she's pregnant. Now, what am I going to do? But Joseph loved Mary, and he thought to put her away, what? Privately. He didn't want to disgrace her. He said, no, no, no. We're not going to do that. I love her so much. As Christ has loved the church and gave his life and bled and died for it, because Joseph loved Mary so much. Even if, oh my God, you don't even understand. Just like the church,
Let me
Joseph
cut you
thought.
off right there, man. Hold up, because I gave you a couple seconds to clear
Oh
that up
my
right
God.
there. See, no,
Oh my God.
it wasn't
That
his
is so
love for
beautiful.
Mary.
Thank you. No. You don't even understand.
Hold up, no,
Because
no,
no,
hold
no,
up,
no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no, no, no, no, no, no. Let's take this here back because
hold up. Let me get this out right quick. Now, what had happened, y'all, was Joseph very well was thinking about divorcing her, just like any man would. So let's not leave this part out. What happened was Joseph got a visit from a spirit person that told him to relax. Your woman's still sacred, man. This is Holy Spirit in her. Yeah. Go back and read that, Mongoose. Don't leave that part out. Don't try to make it like Joseph was just a straight simp. No, he wasn't.
Simp ass nigga.
Scriptures say he was contemplating it, baby. But he didn't want to put her through that shame. And that's when he got that visit. Now you go ahead and continue.
hold up, wait a minute, because you're trying to embarrass me, but let me put you in check and let me mark you down and let me
Embarrass
walk
you.
you down. Hold
Why
up,
would
wait a
I
minute,
embarrass
wait a
you?
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me
This
say
the
this here.
word. This
Who
ain't
else?
got nothing
Wait
to
a
do with
minute,
me and
wait
you.
a minute, wait a minute. Who else did or tried to do the same thing? And that was Adam. And that's what God got upset at Adam. God told Adam, "This is your wife. There's no one else."
Hold up. Let's get to this part about the embarrassment. This ain't got nothing to do with me and you. I ain't trying to pull your pants down. I'm telling you, you left something out. Come on now. Let's get that part straight now. Don't take that back with that embarrassment now.
Never left nothing out because KC, you never let me finish.
Brother,
You
all
never
of us
let me
here,
finish because you know I go
brother,
all the way around and I bring everything in a
you
full
going
cycle.
on and on.
KC,
This is
you
a
never let me finish.
conversation. This is a
KC, you never let me
conversation.
finish. I didn't leave nothing out, KC. You already
I
know me
didn't
better
say
than that.
that. I didn't say that.
KC, when have I left anything out that I didn't complete? You never let me finish.
Brother, I let you sit there for at least 2 minutes and talk about his love for Mary. I felt like that was enough time for you to go ahead and say why he didn't divorce her.
He
And you
didn't
haven't got to
divorce.
that
Wait,
point. You
hold
be
up. Wait a
trailing
minute.
off.
Wait. Hold up. He wanted to divorce her, but before he had to make that final decision, came to him and told him, "Don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife, because your Mary as your wife is innocent. What is brought to her is brought to her not of you, but of the what? The Spirit of God. Because Joseph was what? A religious man. Not religion, but Joseph believed in what he was taught.
He
Do you
believed in
feel
God.
me? All right. So Joseph already knew the prophecy that was given to Zerubbabel, but Joseph didn't know it was about him.
His
Now,
girl. Right,
you
right,
right, he didn't know that.
right.
Do you understand? So that had to be revealed to him. The prophecy is about you. And that's what blew Joseph's mind. That a virgin will have a child. Now, how can she have a child and she's untouched? What she has is that which is given by the Holy Ghost. See, because you got to understand, on the same side, there's a Google tree. And who else was with child? That was by the Holy Ghost. And he couldn't even speak. And that was Lazarus. And that was the father of who? John the Baptist. And when John the Baptist mother, who met up with Mary, her cousin, John leaped in his room when he heard that Christ was being born at the same time, almost as he was. And they both leaped in the womb. And
Well,
you
all right, hold
never
on,
asked,
wait.
you
Stop
never
the
even
music.
asked about that.
Stop the music. Hold
All
on, let
right.
me make sure I heard what I heard.
Yeah.
Who leaped
You didn't
in
know
what
that?
planet?
All right. That's in the New Testament. When Mary went to her cousin,
Uh-huh.
and when it came to Lazarus, Lazarus um was the was John the Baptist's father,
Okay.
and they told Lazarus that he was going to have a child, and Lazarus was old, and Lazarus
Okay.
didn't believe God, and the angel came down and told his wife what she was going to have, that she was going to have a son. Lazarus didn't believe it.
Okay.
And so the angel came back down the second time, and the angel told Lazarus, he said,
Okay.
because you don't believe and you don't understand, he said, you're not going to be able to talk until the
Okay.
child is born. Now, Lazarus, not Lazarus' wife, which is John the Baptist's mother, and this is where you get the baptism of John in the Baptist church from, and what John had wrote and everything else. When the angel came down, he came down twice, and the angel came down and told Lazarus' wife that she was going to be pregnant, and that if she was going to be pregnant, he was going to be like a Nazarite. And you have to understand the nature of a Nazarite, and you have to understand what a Nazarite consists of. And he was supposed to be a Nazarite, and his hair is not supposed to be cut, and he's not supposed to drink any strong drink. So that's what she was on. And when she couldn't believe that she was pregnant, she told her husband, didn't believe. And the angel came down the second time, Gabriel, and Gabriel told him, he said, because you don't believe, you're not going to be able to speak until the baby is born. So he was dumb. Or should I say, you know how dumb people talk? That he couldn't talk until the baby was born, which is John the Baptist. But take it back a few scriptures. Before he was born, Mary came to her cousin, which was John the Baptist's mother, and they rejoiced. And she said, I'm pregnant. And she said, how can you be pregnant? You are a virgin. He said, that which I have is received of the Holy Ghost. See, you have to understand, they were brought up in the proper way of which we were taught to believe in everything else. Remember, these are black people. You keep saying, how come color means so much? Color means a whole lot. Because if you don't know the color of the book, and the color of the book is black, and the cover of the book is emulated, because the only way that you can see true blood, any blood that is splattered, any blood that is spilled, any blood that is done of a murder, you have to put it up under what? An ultraviolet black light.
Okay, so check this out.
I'm gonna leave that alone
Throughout,
right there. Now
hold
hold
up,
up. No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna leave
ask
that
you a
alone. That's
question.
gonna be for another conversation.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no, no,
Casey.
no,
Come
no,
on,
no, no,
Casey.
no, no, no.
Casey,
We own it. We already own
hold
it.
that.
I just want to
Casey,
ask you one question.
please, Casey, for me. No,
One
no, 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 no,
question.
no. Casey, for me. Hold up. Hold on, no,
Don't
Casey,
run from
Casey,
me,
Casey,
Mongoose. Don't run from me.
Casey. No, Casey. Hold
Uh-huh.
up. I'm asking you. I'm begging you. Casey,
Uh,
hold up. Hold up.
uh-huh.
Save that for another time. Please.
Save it
Hold
for
up.
another
Save that
time.
for another time. Please. I'm asking you. Please.
Because you
Please.
asked
I'm
me.
asking you. Casey, do me a favor. Save that for another time.
Because you asked me.
Right. That's all I'm asking. I'm
You hear?
asking my
You
brother.
hear him,
I'm
Christ
asking
Counselor?
my
You
brother
asked me.
who I love so much. I'm asking my brother, please, Casey, save that for another time.
All right, Christ Counselor said that's what's up. I got you.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna save for another time.
Right.
Don't run from me,
Uh-uh.
Mongoose.
I ain't going nowhere. You already know me. I ain't going nowhere. It may be
Don't
hard
run
to reach
from
me,
me.
but you already. I ain't running nowhere. I ain't never run. I ain't never
Okay.
scared.
I'm just
What
saying,
I'm
you said
scared.
save
No,
for
no, no,
another
no.
time.
What
I'm
I'm
gonna do
scared
that.
of. What I'm scared of is not telling the truth, and I say something that is misleading that will draw any of you down to the depths of hell.
Yeah,
See,
me
you have
too.
to understand. You
That's
have
my
to
fear too.
let me say this here. You have to understand my mission. My mission is just like God and just like Jesus Christ. Because my mission is that no flesh will perish. And the mission of Jesus Christ is that all of Israel will be saved. That's my mission. This is why he brought the parable about those who came into the vineyard and he would pay them a day's wages no matter how long they worked.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how long you worked in the garden, cultivating the garden and trying to bring to the kingdom, whether you was 5 years, 5 minutes, 5 seconds, you were still paid the same way. And people got jealous because Christ's counsel and everybody else just came into this religion, and me and you been in this truth for years. Why do they get the same reward? See, that's what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You got people that's been in here for years who've known the truth. You get Christ's counsels and everybody else who just came in. This is why I love my brother so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who buffs up against me and everything else. See, because it doesn't matter how long he's been into the truth, as long as he gets in there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not jealous about that. I'm jealous when Satan wins and he takes another soul with him. My fight is not with Christ's counsel, with Bree or anybody else. My fight is against an enemy that you don't even see. Now that may be too much for you, but that's an enemy that I know that is real because he has already revealed himself to me too many times. And you've already known me, KC. You can testify, being right there, hearing the conflict, how the demons came after me and sought my life. You were right there. How one of the brothers that I love so much, and you already know, now we're talking you, Casey, you already know, I never wanted to work for the same people.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But I came in because I knew what I was going to face. And when I came in fighting. I came in with guns blazing. I came in with people attacking me. Now, I'm talking me and you, KC, so
Mm-hmm.
everybody else can hear. You ain't got to say nothing, but you already know. I came in with guns blazing to a brother that I had to deliver a message to, but he wasn't the person that I was supposed to deliver the message to. The person I was supposed to deliver the message to, I was trying to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else was in the front line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's too much for you to even handle right now.
I'm
I wasn't
understanding
there
every
for
bit of that.
anybody else. I wasn't there for anybody else. I had to get to you.
Yep.
But there was too many obstacles that was up in my way that I had to go through and fight through and everything else. You already know the story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you had to do was put down your word.
Mm-hmm.
And your word was what? Bond.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say. So Christ's counsel, this is what I'm saying to you. His word was bond.
Absolutely.
And his bond is what I stood on. I don't have to gossip. I don't have to brag. I don't have to say anything else. Matter of fact, I've told him 2 or 3 times, man, you don't even have to mention me. You ain't even got to talk about me.
I can't help it though, bro. I can't help it.
You saying
Man.
too much about me.
Yeah.
I'm like, because if they don't understand the love affair, they gonna think we gay.
Yeah.
But they don't. I'm like, but they don't understand the love affair. That you are trying to reach souls.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can you be jealous of a man who's trying to reach souls?
Mm-hmm.
And how can I be jealous of you if you're trying to reach souls and I have some of the resources to help you to reach them? See, that's too much. A person with a small mind can't copulate that because we're talking to another realm. Oh, y'all must be lovers. Y'all must be gay. No, we're true men right here, baby. We don't even compensate with anything like that. And if anybody else don't know me, KC, you know me, that I don't even swing that way. Because if you ain't of a certain age, I don't even fuck with you. You already know that.
Yes, sir.
You already know. It is written down. It's in paper. It's in true form. So with that said, what am I talking about? They ain't got to know what we're talking about, but you know because we
Oh,
already written.
they got a good feeling. They got a. I got a good feeling they know.
All right, but check this here
But
out.
you know, I know exactly what you're talking about,
Right,
bro.
right, exactly. Because if I was
Hey,
telling a
look,
lie,
and that's how it's gonna always be with me, brother.
right, right,
Everything
but
you
you,
got witnessed already, that's how it's
right, right,
going down, man.
but you already know I'm a man of my word. I don't say nothing
Everything
unless
you
I do.
told me, everything I told you, we've been 1,000 on it.
Exactly.
Everything.
Right, right. And I ain't been afraid to say anything, but
Nope.
you always held me back.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do this here for my brother because we're in council. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is his website. This is his podcast.
This
It's
hour.
mine too.
This hours.
No, no, this is yours. This is yours because I'm putting you on the front part. Do
Mm-hmm.
you understand what I'm saying? But it's ours because we believe in the same thing. We don't
Mm-hmm.
care about what you believe. We don't
Mm-hmm.
care about how you come, whether you believe in India or Buddha or anything else, as long as you get to change your mind. And that's what we are here for. We are here for the positive change. If you didn't know, we are here for the positive change. What is the positive change? For what has been here since the beginning. And what has been here since the beginning. And this is what I'm trying to tell Bree. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and all things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shined into the darkness, and we're talking Lucifer in his sayings. Not only are we talking Lucifer, but we're talking about the dark sayings of the book of what Ecclesiastics. Isn't that what Ecclesiastes wrote? And isn't that what the book of the Proverbs wrote? That you got to understand the book of the Proverbs, and it's what dark sayings is. Dark sayings is because you don't understand what is written. You don't understand about the prostitute. You don't understand. Oh my God. This is why the prostitute is so loved. The prostitute is so loved because of one, Rahab. And the prostitute is loved because of the church. Because the church prostituted itself with many lovers. But because God is sovereign and He's infinite, and He made Adam in the same way, and He gave Adam all the attributes of God. But God said, hold up, let me wait a minute. Let me think about this. I got to put Adam to sleep. I got to kill Adam. I have to knock Adam out. I have to do Adam so he don't dream. I've had surgery twice. And when you are in surgery, you don't even know that you're under. You don't dream, you don't talk, you don't fantasize. Only thing you halfway probably remember is going to sleep. That's why they tell you to count backwards. 10, 9, 8, Uh, next thing you know, you waking up. He had to kill Adam. He had, that's why the Bible says he caused a deep sleep to come upon Adam. And he said he took the rib out of Adam and he made a woman. See, there's too many stages that went on between that because you have to understand man was so much like God and woman was inside of him. God had to separate, but he said, wait a minute. There's nothing comfortable for here for Adam to grab hold on unless Adam get with an animal like the fallen angels will do. Because God already knew what the fallen angels would do. That they would get with animal and they will procreate. He said it is not good for man to be alone. For this cause I must put man asleep, and I must separate man from himself. And out of his rib, which was still growing, was woman, because that's the only rib that can reproduce 100% of itself. That's why woman is given the womb to reproduce. She's the garden. And man drops the seed and it reproduces itself. Because when a child comes out, a child is of a Google tree. It is of two what? Natures. That's too much for you to even handle, to even find out what's going on. Because when she went into the Google tree, she went into two natures. But she chose the one to be the dominant over the other. And God said, that is not so. You are the weaker vessel. And you want to dominate over me. And you want to dominate over me. But the way she had to try to dominate over him, what is that he put man and woman in time and nature into a matrix. That's why he made the Garden of Eden. He planted the Garden of Eden and he put it there. And he put man into the garden. So he put him into the matrix. Because man, show me in the Bible where man was ever in heaven. Man in flesh was never in heaven. He said, let us create man in our own image, after our own likeness. Man was never in heaven. Man was always in the matrix. Because war has already descended in heaven. War had already begun. And God has already casted the demons, Lucifer, and he took his tail, and he took 1/3 of the stars, which is the heavenly host, with him. Am I correct? Is that what is written? So that which is written, which we judge by, which we govern by. So when I get people like Bree that comes after me that says, okay, well, how do you know this is real? I said, hold up. When a counselor goes in to defend for you, you want that counselor to know everything about the law that he knows. You want the best counsel that is in your favor. This is what I'm letting Bree know. Believe on me. If I'm nothing else, Bree, I'm your elder. This is where the disrespect comes in at. Because you don't believe me. And
So
because of
let me
that,
get this straight.
now hold up, wait a minute. Because of that, now hold up, wait a minute. Because of that, and I'm your elder. Cursed you are from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet until you believe. And hold on, wait a minute, Bree. Now hold on, wait a minute, Bree. And let love abide and continue with you, because I will never ever tell you anything that is untrue.
Okay.
Understand your blood. No, hold up, pre. No, no, hold up, hold up. Your blood is required into my hand. I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get your blood off of me. Do you understand that? I will never ever tell you anything that is untrue. So no, no, hold
I
up, Bree. No,
understand.
hold up. So if you don't believe anything else, what have you been taught to do? What your elders have told you to do? I don't want your blood on me. That's why I'm telling you the truth, Bree. This is what I have for you. I don't want your blood on me. I ain't gonna do nothing but tell you the truth. If you don't
All
believe
right.
nothing else,
Okay.
do
All
what
right.
your
Now.
no,
Now.
hold up, shut up, Bree, shut up. Do what your elders told you to do, and take it from there. Your blood will be on my hands. I'm responsible for you. I don't need you to be responsible for you. I'm a grown man. What did I tell you, Bree? I'm your elder. And the Bible is written, do as the elders told you to do, because your elders watch over your soul.
Okay.
So
All right.
Bree, shut up, Bree. I'm your elder. I'm 58, going on almost 60 years old. Are you older than me? I'm your elder. I'm telling you to believe, because
Okay.
I want your soul to be saved. So if you don't believe nothing else, believe your elder, because your blood is on me. Now, if you don't do it, your blood is on you. Now, that is found in the book, I do believe, in the book of Leviticus. He said, because if you don't tell them what I tell you to do, he said, their blood would be on you. But if you tell them what I told you, their blood will be on them. I don't want your blood to be on you. I love you
All
so
right.
much.
I get that. You said it a couple of times. Now, what I want to know is, are you telling me I'm supposed to believe you because you older than me? You my elder.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly. Do you
trying to
know what?
tell me that everybody who's older than me, I should believe?
No, I didn't say that. But I'm coming at you with stuff that you can't even.
That's what I
No, hold
heard.
on, wait, Bree, talk to me. Talk to me.
You
No, Bree,
said,
me and you. No,
hold
Bree,
on, let
me
me
and
just
you.
make sure
No, all right, go ahead, Bree.
you told me I should believe you because you're older. Then I asked you, well, does that apply for everybody? No. And
Let
you
me.
say no.
All right,
Now
Bree.
I
No,
want
hold
to
up,
know
Bree.
make
Hold up,
you
Bree.
so special.
Bree, what other elder do you know that talks like me?
I know a couple of niggas that talk like you.
Like who?
You. They talk like they got all the answers about whatever. So if an elder
No, no,
come
no. Hold
telling
up.
me
Wait a
to read the
minute.
Quran,
Wait.
am I supposed to read the Quran?
Bree. Please give me a chance. Bree, hold up. Stay right there. Hold up, Bree. KC, what have I told you? What have I always told you? I don't have all the answers.
Right.
I can't
It's
tell.
nobody to.
I
Now
can't
hold up,
tell.
Bree. No. Hold up, Bree. Hold up, Bree. Take this here. Christ is. Hold up, Bree. KC,
Uh-huh.
people don't know me and you talk offline before we come online.
Right.
People don't know a lot of that.
Uh-huh.
People don't know me and you going to death even before we come here.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody don't know me, you know me. You know I'm not
Oh
proud.
yeah.
You know I'm not puffed up. What do I tell you? A lot of things I pray to God that I'm not wrong of, but if he brings it to the truth, I
Right.
know that's just him.
Right.
And I always pray that I'm leading and guiding, because if I cause anyone to fail, that soul is given to mine. This is what we talk about. Am I right?
This is crazy.
Now
I'm supposed to
hold up,
just take
Casey.
your word
No,
for it,
no,
right?
hold
I'm
up, Bree,
supposed to just
hold
take
up,
your word for it because you're older than me, right?
Hold up, Bree, hold up.
Yes, I mean
This
right
is
or wrong.
exactly because I love you so much that I'm willing to take
Man,
your breath.
yo, oh,
Casey, no,
yo,
wait a minute, Bree.
people,
He ain't even gonna let me
people,
finish.
people will be putting themselves in early graves if they listen to a bunch of older niggas. Let's just keep that shit 100, fam. Let's just keep it
Bree
100.
is so messed up. Bree don't even want to listen to the truth. Casey,
I'm listening.
What have I told you about? What have I told you about? I said, let what have I told you, KC? And this is before we came online. Because y'all
Uh,
don't know, me and KC talk hours before we come online. And I
absolutely.
tell KC that all blood is on my head. So if I tell him something wrong, he don't have to worry. Because if I told him something wrong and it caused him to go to death, his blood is given to my hands. Isn't that what we talk about?
Yep.
We talk about each and every last one of y'all.
But see, I believe that. I believe
But we
when you
talk,
tell me
no, no,
that.
no, no, wait. See, but they don't understand. We talk about each other in love. We don't talk about people in hatred.
Right.
We talk about, no. See, understand this here. They don't understand the brotherhood. And the brotherhood is counsel. The brotherhood is strength. Do you
Right.
understand what I'm talking about? See, this is why it is written in the book, or it is written, uh, oh my God, I'm trying to find the word for it. It is written in the climax, and I'm just going to use it for now as the climax, that what he was trying to say, which is the reader, he was trying to say that God was like almost trying to blame himself. This is why Adam tried to blame God for everything that he happened, because God gave him the woman. But you have to understand God's nature, because God already said that man must fall. And if man falls, I can redeem him. Hold that for a second, because
Hmm.
man, the other part of man, the weaker part of man, the sexual part of man, because a woman is highly sexual active. A lot of people don't know that. A woman is highly sexual active. That's why you can play with her cleavage. You can get her aroused. You can do almost anything to her.
Hey, let's keep it PG.
Oh no, we gonna keep it PG.
Hey, that nigga that put on a very white voice.
No, we gonna get for real. We gonna get for real. That's why the tongue of the serpent was so long, because you can eat her ass out, and you know what, and she'll still come. Now we
We gonna
talking
draw the
grown
wrong
folks. No,
crowd.
no, hold up, wait a minute. We talking grown folks. We talking grown folks.
Okay,
We
we
talking for real.
understand that part. We understand.
All right, all right.
Highly sexual. You can touch
No.
certain you can touch
Hold up,
certain parts and get down. Yeah, yeah.
hold up. That's why you don't understand the nature of free will, and you don't understand the true nature of worship, because each position that you do is a position of worship.
Yeah, I
It's a
seen that
position,
before.
right?
I
It's a
seen that
position,
before.
right? It's a position of think.
And some
And
religious people be real critical about that stuff too. Yeah, I've heard
exactly,
about that
this
before.
is
Yeah.
where this is where the Mormons and the Satanists comes in at. This is why they want to teach the book of Satan, because the book of
Hmm.
Satan is with what? Out moral. Not what's without moral? Without license. That's why you have to be married. That's why they said before Adam touched his wife, they
Yes.
said
And,
Adam
and, and look,
knew his wife.
where
Right.
everybody
Because
out beefing about
exactly.
everybody else, look
Because
at this right
check
here.
this out. Check this out. Check this out.
Our
There was
kid.
remember what I told you. There was only two people that were ever created, and that was Adam and Eve.
Hmm.
And Eve was given to Adam. Now, this is what you don't know.
Hmm.
Christ's counsel and Bree and anybody else that's listening is that Adam had a choice. Adam could have rejected Eve, This is when they bring Leth in or Lynette because
Lilith.
Lilith, right? Because Lilith was what? A transgender, a man and a woman. Lilith was Lucifer because Lucifer presented himself
I don't
as a woman.
subscribe to what he's teaching right now, y'all. Just for the record.
You ain't got to describe to nothing. I ain't care about
No,
all
no,
that because you
I'm
not
just
even
letting
on
my
that
people
realm.
know.
You
I'm just
not
letting
even
my
on that
people know it's
realm.
a separation right there.
You ain't even on that realm. But my man is
No.
already on that realm because you already mentioned Layla. Because Layla was a transgender because Layla was as being Adam's first wife.
Yeah, she wanted
And
to
because
leave. She didn't
Adam
want to stay there.
rejected his right, because Adam rejected his first wife, that's why you come into the paradox is that
What
male
book
and
and
female.
what
No,
verse?
hold on, wait a minute. Because they took it off of male and female, created he them. That's in the Bible. And that's where they brought Layla at. Because Layla has been a transgender, but Adam rejected the transgender, and God brought another being, which was Eve, and Eve was all woman. But this is
Hey,
what they
hey,
saying in the
hey,
beginning. No,
Mongoose.
hold up. And that's
I
what they
need the
saying
book
in
and
the
the
beginning.
scripture.
No, 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 no. In the beginning, no, hold up. That's what they say in the beginning was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Adam was never gay. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So why would God destroy Sodom and Gomorrah and then create later who is a transgender? Because that's what they was doing in Sodom and Gomorrah. They were raping the men as they came into the city. They was raping them on an altar in the front so everybody can see. And what did Lot say? I'll give you my daughters who have not known men, that you may have them. And he said, no, we don't want them. We want the men that went into your house. And the angels came down and smote them. And how did he smote them? Just like who? The judge, Samson. He blinded them that they could not see. That's
Hey,
too deep for
bless. Vic shared my link about 2 hours ago. He all good. He
let this shit
always
all
catch
go
the replay.
viral and everything else
He don't
because
want
this
this
is
kind of teaching right now. Vic
not
being a
right.
troll right now.
Because this is what we're supposed to be talking about. This is what the council is about. This is why Christ's council and everybody else is here because we're talking. We are communing among each other. See, let me tell you when else how many
Hold up,
council
before
has
you
been here.
change the subject, brother. I need that scripture you was just talking about because I like to
About
check
what?
that out
About what?
myself.
About
About
what? About what?
Lilith and Laylath and
You
the
have you have
transgender
to
wife,
you
and
have to go
I want to check
now.
that out.
Listen. Now let me tell you about yourself because you know I ain't got no problems in cutting you.
I hope
I'll
not.
cut. All right, I'll cut you up, left, right, down, anything,
Man, you better.
anywhere. Because you already know I don't do nothing, but when I do it, I do it in love.
Come on.
And you know I don't hold my tongue.
You doing a good job of it right now. Come on, hit me.
Go to
Tell me.
YouTube. Go to YouTube and look
Mhm.
up the Book of Treasures. Go to YouTube and look up
Okay, hold
Lilith.
up. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. You say go to YouTube and look up the Book of Treasures.
Right. The
Okay,
book of the Book of Treasures 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And look up the book of Adam and Eve 1 and 2.
Hold up, 1 and 2. Adam and Eve, 1 and 2.
Right. And look up the book of Lilith. Now, this is in the copyright of the intimate domain. Now, this is why he told.
And what was the last book?
Look at the book of Lilith in the intimate domain.
Laylath?
Lilith, right? L L I
Lilith.
L I right. Lil
I
Lit or
got you.
Lilith. All right, when you put in there, it'll come up. Now, listen to the whole book. And you will understand why man stood in the garden only 3 hours. And you understand why man and why Christ hung for those 3 hours. He had to stay alive. He couldn't die, but at a certain what time? Because man was placed in the time, and Christ was the second Adam. This is where you have your insurance policy at. That's why you have to have insurance before you build anything. And this is what I'm coming to. Crisis counsel and Bree and everything else. Before anything else was built, an insurance policy had to be taken out before you build anything. An insurance policy has to be there just in case you what die. And when you die, everything is wielded to your what? Your first seed. So before the foundation of the world, which the angels didn't knew or did not know, is God took an insurance policy out on man and on the earth and on his creation. He took out a guaranteed life insurance policy. That's why, and I'm talking to Bree right now. You can't operate even after you get all that you have with the authority and everything else. You can't operate above anything. Check me if I'm wrong, Bree. And I stand on this here. And I'll knock you down and I'll beat you up with the word of God. You can't do anything unless you have liability insurance. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can't roll that truck out unless you get liability insurance. Do you hear me, Bree?
He stepped away for a second.
All right, we're gonna leave that there.
Make sure you bring it back up. Oh, you got to get ready and go.
All right.
Well, if
You
you
hear
can
me,
stick
Bree?
around for a second, make sure you stick around and bring that back up to him. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
So
copy that.
you
Copy
know,
that. That's why Christ was slain. The Lamb was slain
bless you know
before.
she know that.
All right, but now check this out. Because God said, "I've never tempted any man under any circumstances." And here comes the contradiction.
Oh, motherfucker out there.
It ain't
Here
got
comes the
cold out
contradiction.
there, Bree.
Man, what? Shit.
It
God
felt it
damn.
felt nice early.
Shit, not no more, nigga. Shit, nigga.
Damn it, man.
This gas pump on some bullshit.
Mm. He said, hey, oh, okay. He messed with his gas pump. That's why you can't but yeah, I got you, Mongoose, man. You know, we metal sharpening metal, man. Shame on the man that say he know everything.
I
He got
never
a
told
rude
you.
awakening coming.
I never I never said I knew everything. As a matter of fact, I always told you I don't know nothing.
Oh, I used to
Everything
say
that
I
I
knew
get,
everything. I used to think I knew everything.
I never said that under any circumstance. I was like, man, I'm learning this as I go.
Of course, I was in my early 20s when I thought something like that.
Right, right, right.
Of course.
But I've already told you, man, this stuff is so real and the knowledge is coming so timely and so enforced that I really don't even know how to handle this. I was like, man, this is like too much for me. I said, but I'm gonna handle it all together and everything else
Hey,
because God
bless you. Hey, hold up, Mongoose, right quick. Let me talk to my baby girl. Bless, you been helping me and my family since I've been on my knuckles. And my wife, she look at my work and be right next to me. She know ain't no disrespect. Hey, don't feel bad. I got male friends that we say that to each other every time we talk to each other. And that's because it's a fact. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. So don't ever feel like it's disrespectful or I'm disrespecting you. And if like you told me about the people that accused me of being a scammer, you said, hey, let your haters hate. You know, if they think something other than that, let them think it. You know what I'm saying? I got, people on this platform that I know in real life and they know what I'm about. They know I ain't about that. That's why it didn't bother me. But they did accomplish one thing, y'all. They did stop my few people from looking out for me. I told people to hit my cash app for that information I gave out yesterday. Nothing biblical, just something a person could put in their back pocket. So when they question about their stance towards putting this alien object in their body, they got something to stand on. You know what I'm saying? And I think I got one response, man. One response from my beautiful persons. So, one thing I learned, 9 times out of 10, if you ask for it, it ain't gonna be, it ain't gonna get answered. So, that's why I don't depend on man. But I still ask for it because there's a lot of people out here still shook up about not doing it or doing it. And it's just a layout for something for you to use to get some type of grounds on people that think that these people really care about them. I mean, people should have recognized when celebrities and movie stars were stepping up, talking this stuff. They should have recognized right then and there that something ain't right. Because see, these people bought and owned. They're paid for. The only reason you see them on the camera is because somebody's paying them. So when they step up and say, I want you to be safe and stuff like that, it ought to be red flags, go straight off. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mongoose.
You took on the challenge without even knowing a little bit about the consequences and everything else.
Oh no, my brother made sure I understood the consequences. He been schooling me, man, for the last 2 years. He been trying to school me for longer than that, but I wasn't trying to get involved. So it out, and you know who my guy is.
So this is what we trying to tell you. Don't even worry about all that.
No, I ain't.
Because
I just seen some good information, Mongoose. I seen some powerful information. If you seen the beginning of that live I did yesterday, where the guy was telling you in 2014 what they trying to do, it's pretty powerful, man. Because this dude was calling out Mongoose everything to the mass that we was gonna be doing.
People don't understand the pressure and what it takes to keep a podcast together and everything else. They don't understand the works that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, do your work. This is why I told you I'm retired.
And then this ain't no popular subject.
Right. So hold that up. I'm about to make mockery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be known. That's why I tell you, don't even mention my name.
Yep, you stopped me a few times for throwing your name up.
Keep me sacred. They ain't got to know about me.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you. Because you got to take the
Mongoose, just when people go out their way, man, to help me and my family because they believe in me, bro, I'm just overwhelmed with it. That's why I told you, I don't know if it was right before you left, Mongoose, or right after you left. When you told me what position you was in, I said, man, why you ain't been told me? I got somewhere for you. You remember that?
Yeah, copy that.
I said you ain't gotta be like that, bro. I said I gotta
John the Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just one in the wilderness crying. What? Repent. This is the way of the Lord. But let me tell you about John the Baptist.
That's what you're doing.
Hold up, wait a minute. Let me tell you one thing about John the Baptist, which I've learned and which I've heard of. John the Baptist didn't know how to move out the way and to let the coming of Christ come through. Because John the Baptist had his doubts. Because when John was thrown into prison, and John's head was cut off. See, I want you to ask the question: how did John the Baptist, and why did John the Baptist get his head torn off? He got his head took off because of a stripper.
You talking about exposing
Stripper.
the king?
That right.
You talking
And
about
he
the reason he
got
was in the
his
prison
head
because he made sure he exposed the king every chance he got. The king killed
right.
his
The
brother,
king and
something and
queen,
married his
everything.
wife, something like that, right? Mongoose,
And who are we
Mongoose.
talking about? We're talking about
Okay,
King. No, we're talking
Herod.
about King Herod, right? We're talking about
Yeah,
King
yeah,
Herod.
yeah.
And his niece danced before him, so
Mm-hmm.
provocative, so sexual, that the wife allowed it. And John called for the extermination of Herod and his wife. Christ said, I never told you to go after them like that. That's why he was in jail. And his
You said
disciples,
Christ said
because
what
John the
now?
Baptist,
Oh, I'm understanding where you're coming from. You saying the logic in
right,
the
right,
logic behind
right, right.
it. Okay, go ahead.
He
Go ahead.
never knew to move out the way because remember, when Christ was baptized, he said, behold the Lamb of God to take away the sins of the world. John was still out there preaching about the right and the wrong. But from what I understand, what I was taught
Mm-hmm.
is that John did not know how to move out the way and let
Well, I'm gonna
the
disagree with you
monarch.
on that. I'm gonna let you get
No,
finished,
hold
but
up, wait a minute.
I got a rebuttal on that.
Right, right, right. Because John went to jail. Now, you show me in the Bible anywhere or any other scripture where Christ
Mm-hmm.
visited him at the jail. His disciples came up to Christ and he said, our master, John the Baptist, asked, are you the Christ that takes away the sins of the world? Now, you go back to the book of Matthew when John was
Oh, I
baptized.
can see
He
what.
said,
Oh, okay.
right,
Hold up. Before you
right,
move any further, you saying after the baptism,
right.
John people still wouldn't ask. But see, was it the people saying asking was John asking, or was it really John?
It was John
Because
asking
Christ
because
gave him
John. No, hold on,
Christ
wait a
gave him
minute.
praise.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Because John was looking for the physical, just like the disciples, but Christ
Mm-hmm.
was talking what the spiritual, and the
Mm-hmm.
spiritual is everlasting. He said, "We have not of this what world. This
Mm-hmm.
world
I ain't even
belongs
no
to
part
who?
of this world. Mm-hmm.
Satan. Now,
Satan.
how did it
Yep.
belong to Satan? Now you have to go back to the Garden of Eden
Right. Right.
when Adam said, because I always take everything back to the beginning, because Adam said, this woman that you gave me, and this is when he tried to blame God.
Mm-hmm.
She said, what? You gonna believe this woman over me? And he turned to the woman and said, who told you? He said, the serpent. And when he did to the serpent, he didn't even ask him a question. He said, because you've done this, cursed you are. And because Adam spewed his seed on the ground, from my understanding, and that's a whole different topic. Curse is the ground, and thorn and thistle will you bring forth. Now, what would you bring it for? Did Adam pull out and ejaculate, just like ours? Because ours was so evil, and ours was supposed to have got. Now, hold up, wait a minute. This is going back to the book of Genesis. As was supposed to have gotten his sister-in-law pregnant because his brother was dead. And Jacob promised his daughter-in-law that you will have Benjamin, and you would, and Benjamin would take you for wife. Now you have to understand Tamar, and you have to understand. I forgot her name, but it's in the book of Genesis.
Put that stuff in your phone.
And it's Tamar because she dressed herself up as a prostitute and she duped her father-in-law because eyes were so evil and eyes pulled out and eyes ejaculated and hit the ground just like Adam. And God destroyed eyes right there where he stood because an older brother or a brother that has a wife, and if the brother died, a brother is supposed to bring seed. That has happened so much in my scenario dealing with my wife because they say my brothers couldn't have babies. But my youngest child, which is Chevelle, looks so much like my brother Anthony because Anthony got shot in his back because he was with the Earl Flynns, and the Earl Flynns was dealing with the BKs and the DYAs. Now that's something different. Only if you know the streets of Detroit. Am I lying? Casey, am I lying? You have
I'm
to
a
know
little
about
too
the
young to know about the BKs and
all
the
right,
Earl
check
Flynn.
this out. Right. So
I'm gonna have
you
to
have to look up
educate me on that one day since I know
right,
you
right.
keep
So
it
you
real with me.
right. So you have to look up the DYAs. You have to look up the chain gang.
I heard about them.
You have to look with the Earl Flynns.
I heard about
And you
them
have to
too.
look and you have to look up the Dexter boys.
Yep.
And you have to look up best friends.
Yep. Yep. Them. I heard about them. I
And
heard things.
you have to look
No,
up the
I ain't
Chamber
really
brothers.
researching.
Now you have to look up the Chamber brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where my wife comes in at. Because I already told you. Like everyone else don't know. I don't know
Well,
why you
we're
now
not
hold up.
gonna.
Wait a minute.
We can't.
You
We
keep
can't. We
hold up.
can't.
Casey. Casey, I'm gonna just say this here and drop it.
We
Keep
can't.
holding me.
It ain't gonna get dropped.
You keep holding
Just
me
trust
back.
me. Are you trusting me or are you doubting what I'm telling you? Let me know which one it is.
Really, I don't know, and that's truth. So leave it like
You
that.
don't know whether you should trust me or not.
Really, I don't know because it's too great.
Well, let me call you when this is over with.
Wait. Time out. So you can't trust this brother, but you want me to trust you.
Absolutely.
Now, come on. Now, it's inconsistent and
I'm,
it's
I'm, I'm,
disingenuous.
That's a no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
trying
no,
to let you know this
no, no,
place
no,
is
no, no,
this
no.
place
Hold
is
up, Casey.
place is real messed up, man.
Casey, tell him right now. He don't even understand where I'm coming from.
He understand where you coming from. I'm trying to get
No,
you
he
to
really
understand
does.
where I'm coming
Because
from.
no, because if you understood where I'm coming from, and if you understood where I'm coming from, you would let me
You
talk about it.
listen. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if I didn't understand where you was coming from. You're not talking down on me. You're talking face to face to me. I understand fully, and I understand this truth. You want to let these people know, but you can't do it. You don't want to do it. Don't do it. It'll come.
I
It'll come
fear
with time. This ain't a good time for you.
no. I fear no man because if that was the
It ain't
case,
about you. You keep
no,
on thinking
hold up,
it's about you. It ain't
no,
about you
hold
or
up,
me.
wait a minute. I'm breaking
You,
this here into perspective.
you
Please
just gotta
allow me to.
trust me, man. You gotta trust me.
All right, check this out. Please allow me to put this in perspective. If
We'll
that
make
was the
it.
case,
We'll make it
all
another
right,
show. How about
all right,
that? That way
Copy
I'll
that.
be and talk to you by then. And
Now,
then
check it
if
out.
you
Check it out.
still listen,
We
if
go.
you still choose to not trust me, I'm gonna just let
All
you
right.
go ahead and
Copy
do it.
that. Copy that. Now, the topic of the show should be
Tell me. I'll write it down right now.
why haven't
Tell me
they
when you're
can
ready.
why haven't Kim Worthy came after me?
Why haven't Ken Worthy came after Mongoose?
Wayne County Chief General Prosecutor.
Okay.
Why am I here talking to you? Because you already know the action that I did. I should still be in jail.
Absolutely. No, probably not still, but yeah, a very long time. Yeah.
No,
Come
you
after me.
have to understand the statutes of that never runs out. You are given life for each account, starting with
Yep.
the
You
thought.
absolutely right.
Now hold
All
up,
right.
wait a minute. Now hold up, wait a minute. You already know they're going to throw one thing in that's going to give you life and death. And what is that? Sodomy. Even though it can never be proven, anybody who wants to make a name for themselves,
Okay,
any
we got that
prosecutor.
already. We
Now,
already got
all
it
right,
etched
all right,
in stone.
all right. Let me say this here. Let me shut up.
Did
Any
I mute you,
prosecutor.
Bree, or did you mute
All right,
yourself?
wait. Any prosecutor
I'm here.
Okay, my
right
bad.
now, no, hold up. Any prosecutor right now, or any prosecutor in the future who wants to make a name for themselves, will what? Reintroduce or go back to the same case. And he will bring forth a conviction because what was said, what was done, that you know that's real.
Save it for the next show, brother.
I'll
You
save it
already
for the
you got a
next.
few people in here listening. You're gonna have me with about 10 people in the crowd listening. And
But you
you just
tell,
let me know
hold up, wait a
when I
minute.
call you and talk to you, you let me know
Tell,
exactly when you want to do it.
tell, tell me if I'm lying.
I already know you're not lying. It ain't about whether you lying or not. It's about you trusting me and talking to me first before you let your information out here.
I've already shown too much respect for you, and you already know that because,
Okay,
like I
so
said,
you trust
people.
me.
Now hold on, wait, because people don't even know that we talk offline before you even come on.
We talked about what you about to get ready and let everybody else know when you found out who I was and what I was
Exactly.
about.
See, people don't understand the background noise,
It ain't
the
about them
data.
understanding that.
No, no,
I
no, no.
want
Hold
you.
up. No,
You're
hold
gonna
on.
be
Wait a
able to
minute.
explain a lot of things once you put it
Right,
out here. I
right.
know you
But
are.
they
You're
don't
gonna be able to teach a
understand the
lot,
back.
but you just
But
gotta
they don't
trust me on
understand.
this.
They don't understand the background noise and the things that we come before you even come on to your program. They don't understand that you go. Excuse. They don't understand that you go to school and you seek counsel before you come live. They don't know that
Mhm.
about you.
I think
They
they
think
do
you.
though, bro. I think they
They
do.
think no. They think you just come on, you just random stuff up off your mouth and everything else. They don't
Mm.
know how you counsel
Mm-hmm.
before you come on.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know if you don't hear from me, something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Or you assume something is wrong. But I'm always telling you, no, everything is cool. Um, I need you to go ahead because you already know. Now, correct me if I'm lying. Tell me right now, my brother, tell me if I'm lying. I always
I've been answered that already.
I always push you first, but I
I know
tell
you
you,
know what you're talking about. I know you
don't
ain't lying. All that.
understand what understand what I'm saying. I always push you first, and I tell you what, don't mention me.
Yep. And
You saying too
do I listen to you or do I just keep going?
sometimes you do because you mention me
No, you
too
got
many
through to
damn
me.
times.
I think that was yesterday. Yesterday you got through to me because you stopped me in mid. You seen me about to get ready and do it, and you stopped me. So when you
I
did
te-
that, you got my attention on that. You
I
ain't got to
tell
worry
you,
about
don't
me
even
doing that
talk.
no more.
I tell you, don't even talk about me.
You ain't
They
got to
ain't got
even
to
worry about it
know.
no more. When you stopped being mid-act, that was enough for me. I said, okay, you real serious. You really serious about that. You don't want no praise and no way, shape, no form, shape, or fashion. You don't want no praise coming your way. You
Exactly.
say just keep that
Exactly.
between us.
Because it's not about me. It's about saving souls.
That's right. That's right.
And you
And
on
that's all
and
I try
you
to
on the
remind you of. You be thinking I be trying to I think you said embarrass you earlier. No, I just be trying to stop you from your mission. I want you to continue on your mission. So when I see you going too far to the left, too far to the right, and you ain't listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth, I gotta hit that mute button for a second, then try to get through to you and then bring you back. You know I don't like muting you, man. I don't like muting
this is
nobody.
this is what I'm saying. You're blocking me. I fear no man or whatever else they can come after me, but you holding me back, and I'm respecting you for that because of the platform. But I'm telling you right now,
Thank you
this is
so
me
much.
and you. Now hold up. This is me and you talking in
Yeah,
front
I
of
hear you, brother.
everybody else. All right, check this out. I fear no man. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Bro, I know you in
Go to
real life.
no.
You know I already
Hold
know
up.
that.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You already know I know
Hold.
that. How many times have I had to calm you down in the little time we know
Christ.
each other?
Crisis Council and
Yo.
Bree. Are y'all still in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they here with us.
Yeah.
They on the panel.
All right. Check this out. I want you to look up King Worthy. I want you to look up Kim Worthy, and I want you to look up Kelly Gleason, and I want you to look up Latia McAleen Grassley. Write this down. I want you to look up
Okay,
Latia.
listen.
No,
You
no, no.
you
Hold
gonna
on. Wait a
keep
minute.
on going on and on, right? You gonna keep on you giving out too much information, man.
All I'm trying,
Save it for the live. I
all,
already got it
I,
wrote down.
all I'm trying to say,
Listen,
how
you
he
already know I
moved.
know what you trying to convey, brother. I know you trying to do this out of love. I know you ain't
All right,
trying to be known or no shit
all
like
right.
that.
I'll
You
shut
trying
it
to
down.
teach
All
something.
right, check this out. I'll shut it down.
I already know
Broadcast.
this.
All right, I'll shut it down. Broadcast is already turned off. I
And
love you all.
get everything ready, Mongoose, because whenever you give me the word, I'm ready to do this. After I talk to you on this phone tonight, before you crash, after you say I want to do it anyway, I'm going ahead and putting it up. I'm gonna post it up. I'm gonna post it up, brother. I'm just telling you like it is, because I'm gonna try
See,
to talk to
hold up.
you.
Wait a minute.
But if you
Wait a
still
minute.
gonna be
Wait a minute.
big headed and say I'm doing this, I'm gonna give you the
Right.
platform for you to do it. Flat
This
out.
is my
You
signature.
know I am.
All right. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is my signature. I was commanded by the elders. Let it drop. I'll talk to you later.
Mongoose. Mongoose.
Mongoose, you there?
I don't think he knew how to exit right. He was trying to get that phantom exit. Didn't know how to hit that X,
Mongoose, come
that dot.
back.
Hey, we love you, Mongoose. You telling niggas to shut up and shit, man. Hey, you bring that passion to the platform, man. You understand? But I'm gonna wrap a taste with you when I get finished with these gentlemen, and we're gonna top it up. And when you tell me everything, and you give me that date, I'm putting everything up and I'm gonna post it up immediately. Now, Christ Counsel, why you keep standing me up in Grand Theft Auto, man?
Hey man, I be passing out, man.
I figure that's what it be.
You getting on now? I can hop on there.
No, hell no, I ain't getting on that, man. I gotta get something to eat in me.
Oh yeah, man. If you get on there before 3 o'clock in the morning, I can get on. I can get it in.
You say that's too damn late, huh, man?
I mean, man, I do be up late too, so, a lot of times. But lately,
No, I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean, though. That is a little bit too late back right there, man. Unless you pre-planned it or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we was just going off of, hey, you getting on? Yeah, I'm getting on. And then I waited about an hour before I even got on. So yeah, I got you, brother. It's kind of early now, but I got to get something to eat in me, man. I had a excellent time, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about, man? This was hella exhilarating. I ain't even know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Maybe next time we get together, your boy Mongoose could give me some real proof of evidence, and we'll be all right. How about that,
man? Yeah.
I can't. Hey, whenever you stand, just take my word for it. Come on, King. You know that ain't no fucking evidence, dog.
Oh yeah, man. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, brother.
Okay.
I don't want you to do that.
I thought I was just by myself, like, man, what is going on here?
No, man. I was enjoying the whole escapade of it, bro. I was enjoying it. Like, damn, he just want to take his word. My dog Mongoose said, man, I'm your elder. You supposed to just listen to me, nigga. Oh man, dog, my nigga. He brought it to the fore. Hey, he told you how he felt, brother. That's what happened today. He told you how he felt it should be. Supposed to listen to the elders, brother. Oh, Bree just dropped off. Supposed to listen to the elders, Christ Council, man.
Oh yeah, man. No matter what.
That, hey man, the hell with what you think. Take your questions out, go bury them bitches somewhere, nigga. You just listen to me. Because you know I love you.
That's what I came here for, man.
That's my man's, dog. He don't understand it, man. He don't understand it. Then you see how he tell us we ain't got enough sense to know something. I say a little kinder version of ZX right here now. He be coming, boy.
Hey man, you be watching that dude ZX?
Nah, hell no, man. I can't stomach that dude. I just be hearing what everybody else be saying. I used to early on, but I can't watch Tyra neither, man. I don't know how y'all niggas do it.
I don't watch him either.
I can't do it, bro. That's hear a grown man whine like that, man. I heard him today, man. I stopped by. I think that was God TV. And he was talking about another man allowing another man to talk wrong about his family. I said, oh, hell no, man. I ain't about to listen to this. I turned and listened to a nigga camping in his house, man, before I listened to Tyra, dog. Real talk.
I remember when he was selling out his son to Tommy.
Yeah. Now listen, all his former friends, he turned on because his former friends let somebody else. I don't know how you let somebody say something wrong about somebody, but most of the people that I ran into, he turned on them because they let somebody say something about him. They let somebody talk stuff about him. I said, hell no, man. Hell no.
Like that.
And then you wonder why. Well, you ain't really got to wonder. You wonder why you see why you don't see activity going on in their homes.
Yeah.
No friends coming over. Nobody calling their phones. You know, hey, I'm on my way through, or none of that ever, almost never. And you see why. Because look at their attitude in the cyber world. They can't even be respectful in the cyber world. They can't even be regular.
Nobody want to deal with that though, real life.
These people sick, bro. These people is sick, man. Yeah, Christ Council since and I'm happy. I'm kind of happy it happened, bro. I'm kind of happy my girl Diva Time Boyish and landlord and them conspired to, turn people against me because it's like when you when something good happened to you or for you, it shouldn't be something that's taken lightly. It shouldn't be something that's taken in. I want to say, like you heard the parable about the talents. I think Mongoose was speaking on it yesterday. How the master gave each people talents, and the one who had 5 talents, he turned it into 10, and you know what I'm talking about.
Uh
It was like he gave his slaves talents, and he gave the slaves, and he left the plantation or he left the home, and he came back years later, and the slaves kind of showed him uh, how much they respected what he did for them. One
and how they
slave
spent
doubled
it.
him.
Yeah.
Another slave got, almost all the slaves tried to do something with him, and then a couple slick slaves. One slave said he buried him and gave him back the same amount, and the other slave just spent it. Didn't respect it. And I respect everybody that did things for me or send me cash apps. And when they took that away from me, it made me respect it even more so.
Yeah.
I didn't think no one would believe anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Because of the way I carry myself, I say action always speak louder than words. But when I seen the reaction to it, I said, okay, they did their thing.
What was they saying?
They said that I brought up a conversation. Let me put it to you like this, Christ Gospel. I always, when me and Vic get together in the real world, I always critique him on stuff. Now, he been doing this way longer. This dude got hundreds, probably thousands of videos. He know what he's doing, but this is just something I've been doing since he's been my guy brother, since we've been up under each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I catch him on the show 2 years ago where he's boasting about his donations and this, that, and the other, showing big old things of weed. And I said to him on his show while he was doing all this boasting, I said, bro, it's funny how you showing all that weed, but you ain't brought nothing over here or checked up on me or answered none of my calls back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out that Vic can turn his ring off because he got thousands of emails and thousands of calls from trolls. So he didn't even know I was in distress. He thinking everything good because I don't want to come online and talk about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, it's 911 over here or something like that. You know what I'm saying? My car broke down out of nowhere. I couldn't go to work.
Dang.
So I catch him doing a live where he's boasting and all this shit, not knowing the situation with his phone. And he tell me right off the bat, why you ain't call your sister-in-law phone? And I know I knew her longer than I knew Vic, but I ain't gonna have no another man's wife number. You know what I'm saying? I don't function like that.
Yeah.
I got to get to you. I get to you, but I ain't about to have your wife number. So what I did, Christ Counsel, I brought it to his platform, chewing him out while he trying to convey to me what was going on with his phone. What was going on? He had went out and even got another phone, Christ Counsel. I'm not even knowing this. I can't pop up on him like I'm used to popping up on him because my car had just went down. That's when I had before I got the car I got now. So I done chewed him out in front of his crowd. His people looking at me all crazy and shit like that, right? I'm just giving you a backstory of what I'm about to go and tell you what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, he get me together or whatnot. He let me know what I'm telling you about the phones and this, that, and the other, and you know, reassure me, dog. If I knew, whoop, 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 you know, I ain't never even got to ask like that. So weeks later, after that, I told him, not weeks later, but about 6 months passed. What I did on this occasion ain't something new. Okay, Christ Council. I'm just trying to give you the backstory on it. So Catch Vic, you know, he beefing with whoever he beefing with. He's talking about his donations. Now, in my opinion, as a person that can give my opinion on what I see on YouTube, I can even go to the comment section and give opinion. In my opinion, nigga, it's so many other shit you can brag and boast on. Quit telling these people about your motherfucking money. So he going on and on. So I say, oh, well, hey, Big Money, I need your help to get this. I want my game out the pawn shop. Help me get this game. Let's do a fundraiser on getting my game out the pawn shop. My girl hear me talking to Vic, and I tried to ignore her to the point where I was trying to tell her I'm messing with Vic because this is who I want to answer me. Every time I came to his channel, came to his platform and asked him for some help, I never expect nobody else to step up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my girl step up and say, "Hey, boom, you know what you need?" And I typed, "Hey, I'm messing with Vic," and she came at me a couple more times, like, "Hey, you know what you need?" Woo woo woo. And I wasn't gonna put it on there, but I know I can't get in contact with her no other way but in AOV. And I put it in there. So when I put it in there, Christ Council, landlord come up with the idea that me and Vic came up behind the scenes and scammed my friend out of some money. Somebody that had helped me build my platform. I scammed because I knew she was gonna step up and interrupt me from getting the Vic and answer the call.
Wow.
And when that happened, it was probably more my reaction to it than anything that scared my people away. Because I noticed the play in it, you know what I'm saying? So when I noticed the play in it, you know, I got real upset.
No,
So I'm gonna blame it on myself more than I blame it on them, but they opened up the doorways for it to happen. It was a manipulation. And since that happened, bro, I got one person that tried to help me. Or should I say, look out for me. So, you know what I'm saying? I respect it a little bit more. And I'm not shooken by it. I'm not, you know, in the least bit affected by it, but it's a learning lesson. It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. And I don't, you know, you see this what's on this screen right here. We looking at Christ Council. I'm way more focused on dealing with stuff like this than I am my pocket strands right now. Because this is way more close to home. You know, we getting this from Illinois, but how far is Illinois away from you? It ain't too far away from me.
It's like about 9 hours from me.
Okay, it's about a good 3 hours. 3 hours from me. So you figuring if this going all the way up top and trickling down to after school programming, how soon would this be at a school near you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How soon?
I'd say, man, probably I'd say by February.
Hey, and listen, you know they probably gonna have the video games up in there. You know they probably gonna have pizza and chicken and shit where, you know, the kids that ain't eating so much at home got little, you know, snacks to eat. You know they gonna lure them kids off in there, dog. They gonna lure them kids off in there. Offer them money. You understand? Probably, you know, put some clothes, give them some new Jordans.
whatever they can do to get them to sell out. Give them some Robux.
Let
some
them listen to
Fortnite.
all the cussing music they can't listen to at home. Oh man, you know they know how to manipulate some babies, man. They manipulating grown people, so you can understand the simplicity
Oh
of
yeah.
manipulating a baby. It's about to be nasty, bro. And see, that's what all this distraction for. Now, how you gonna have a club with the virus all the way around? Now you can't have school, but you can have a club after school, huh?
Yeah.
See how these people playing in our face, man?
Exactly. They can't make up their minds how they want to do it.
Oh, they got their mind made up. They want to make sure we don't have our mind made up. They know what they doing. They being terrorists. They manipulating at one of the highest levels you can manipulate from. They own all the media airways, bro. Remember Satan, the prince of the air. He owned all the airways, bro. Listen, all of them spitting out the same stuff, dog. The same mixed up bowl of nuts. Ain't nobody trying to say, don't listen to this. Hey, you get probably 1 out of 30,000 programs that's telling you to be aware and it ain't real or something like that versus what they give you every other hour every day. They spitting this stuff out. We can't even come to YouTube no more without it being all in there. You can't even log into Facebook without it being one of the first things on the screen.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. But I see it for what it is. A lot of people don't see it for what it is. I see it. It's a big distraction from stuff like this. This stuff right here. And it's here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no if, when. It ain't none of that no more. It's already here. This the proof right here. Right in your face. Mind you, this ain't no sick dude. This ain't no boy off a Family Guy looking dude that's walking around with a robe on making these decisions.
Nope.
These people up in Congress, bro. This stuff got to get passed by Senate and stuff like that. Ain't nobody sneaking this stuff in, even though it is. But they recruiting right now. This how they recruit. This how they recruit. They don't have to be so covert no more. They can come on out and do it right in your face. Who gonna say something about it?
Exactly.
What they gonna show you? What they gonna show you when you try to say how wrong they are? They gonna show you all the celebrities. They gonna show all the people of some type of status that worship them already. That's what they gonna show you. And then they gonna show you in some ways how you worshiping them already. That's why I say don't put me in no category. Don't call me no Muslim. Don't call me no this. Don't call me no Christian. If you're going to call me anything, you can easily say a lover of Christ. Just as simple as you can say Christian, you can just say a lover of Christ. That's what he is. He loved what Christ was about. Period. And you may get a cat want to slap you or spit in your face like they did Christ. But hey, one thing about it, Christ wasn't about that. So you ain't got to worry about me slapping you in your face. You ain't got to worry about me lying to you. You ain't got to worry about me trying to take your girl, trying to take your money. That's what I'm talking about. That's what means something to me. All that other stuff, that's, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't even have no thoughts on all that other stuff. Just leave it from around me. And when I see it around me, I get away from it. Simple as that. I don't try to control it. I don't try to dictate it. I just draw my line in the sand and say, hey, this is what I'm about. I move in spirit and truth. If you ain't with that, 9 times out of 10, man, you ain't gonna like each other. You gonna hate me, and I'ma just not like you. That's how I be. I used to have
That's how
people
it be
come over my
sometimes.
house every day, Christ Council, every day to smoke and drink with me. When they seen I wasn't no longer on that tip, on that level, they slowly but surely start trickling off. Slowly but surely, they see me and my wife was on a whole different vibe, and we wasn't into the hanging in the clubs and
They ain't like that.
following the Joneses and trying to look like this person and trying to dress like that person. It was like no attraction there no more. It's like we'd be better off getting together with kids, because at least the kids can understand the Cartiers. At least the kids can understand about the waiting 10 hours in line for the new Jordan. Kid can understand that. This nigga calling me stupid. No, I ain't gonna keep coming around him. No, I can get beat up, man. Listen, I have my homie's wife mad at me because I'm checking him about disrespecting her. How about that part, Christ Council? That sound crazy?
Yeah.
That sounded crazy, didn't it?
Yeah.
His wife is mad at me because I'm checking him, my homie, about disrespecting her.
She said that's her husband, that's their business. She said that's her husband, that's their business.
Well, I took it as that, but I got my point across. Nigga, y'all do what y'all do, but don't do it around me. I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna let it go to see how far it go, and once I get to the point where I don't want to see it no more, I'll let it be known. Like, nigga, I don't know how y'all. I see how y'all do y'all stuff when I'm not around, but when I am around, ice that shit. Ice that. Because I respect that. I don't care how much I love you. I don't respect
Yeah, well, get caught up in that either.
Oh, absolutely. And look, I don't want to. That's not my desire. My desire is if you gonna do that dog to him, because I ain't gonna do nothing to her. My desire is if you don't want to go that way with me, nigga, you better straighten your ass up. See, that's how I move, Christ Council. Now, this ain't got, she can take it like she involved and stuff like that. But see, I got a certain way I move. And if I tell somebody this my homie, from that point on, you represent me. Ain't no nigga gonna be talking about somebody I told them my homie, talking crazy and, disrespecting, they wife. I don't care who it is. Nigga, you do your thing, but don't do it around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do what you gonna do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Respect me. She probably don't care about your respect, but nigga, respect me. I grew up as a kid seeing women get dominated like that, and I didn't like it, but I couldn't do nothing about it then. I can now, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can now. I mean, he understood where I was coming from. He understood. He knew he couldn't fuck with me. And he knew what tip I was on when I checked him. You feel what I'm saying? He knew what I was on. And the nigga was in my presence. It ain't like I was over his house. I said, okay, And eventually, like I seen him this summer, bro, the guy I'm talking about. And I asked him why I ain't seen him. and this nigga said he thought I was still mad about when I checked him about his wife. And I said, nigga, did you call me and see was I mad? No, I just know how you be, man. Period. I don't like being villainized for something like that. I feel good just talking to you about it. I feel good. Give me 1 second, first time.
Hey, can I switch over to my phone, bro?
Yeah, what you about to do? Go to the store, man?
I'm just switching over to my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking like about 10 o'clock, Christ Council. That's way before 10. That's way before 3.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
I'm speaking about that time. But won't you turn your hookup? Is it you don't want to turn your hookup on? Because I can just message you if I get into it before then.
I get the message on my phone regardless.
Okay. Because
Yes,
I'm thinking about going. I might go. I'm thinking about playing early so I can go some hockey intensive before it get too late, man. Because I've been neglecting my hockey. Go look at that. Listen, that video I did last night, that 41-minute video. Go to about the 10. I scored 2 goals in that game, but go to about the 11-minute mark and look for green. Let me show you what I'm about on that, baby boy. Let me show you what I do.
Check you out there, kid.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch over to my phone. Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off so I can give me something to eat, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Well, yeah, if you get up on the before 10, message me.
Yeah, but are you signed in? Because you ain't never signed in when I go.
Yeah, I'm signed in on the PlayStation mobile app.
Oh, okay. Bet you got it on the app. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit you before I get ready and go up.
All right, okay.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
Peace, King.
Who this James Bone? Hey King, I'm gonna still meet you on 8th for your Coke, boss. Oh yeah? Give me like 10 minutes and I'll call you. Okay. James Bow. Okay, what you talking about? I don't even drink Coke, man. If I did drink, probably it'd be Pepsi. And I know you ain't talking about no Power Wow. That's my son. That's my son. This the nigga I was just talking about. It's the nigga I was just talking about, man. Sticks, that's you, man. Yeah, that's what's up, Sticks. Sticks say, Pops, I'm listening, nigga. You might not think I'm around, nigga. I'm around. I just don't want to tell you I'm around, nigga. That's what's up, dog. That's what's up. I'm gonna see. You don't want to come up. You don't want to come up here and rap a taste with me. These people be thinking I be talking out the side of my head, man. Like I don't be spitting no truths up here, son. I don't be spitting no truths. I think I'm giving you the 100. 100. And this nigga I'm talking about every bit of 6'6", nigga. Every bit. But we know it. We didn't been battle tested. We already know who and what's what. We already know. When I say I disrespected my own son for a stranger, he gonna tell you. He gonna tell you. But that's just what I believe in. I'm a lot more kosher now. A lot more laid back now. But I'm just telling you how I was when I was just coming into the knowledge. It offended me to see somebody I love do somebody I love like that just because they can. And he knew about it from that point on. That's why that nigga loved me from a distance. He never bring no bullshit my way. So I'm associate that with love. Same way I ain't brought no bullshit his way. My motherfucking sons knew where he was at, and I didn't know where he was at. I thought he was still out in the suburbs. Get real, y'all. When y'all signed up with Curl, man, y'all signed up with the real, man. Y'all probably shouldn't even did that, man. Because I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut. And, you can complain about me giving it to you later, but I'm gonna do that damn thing now. I'm gonna do it right now. Hey y'all, I'm only hesitating to click this boy off because my brother in the way of me souffling me something up. You take your time. Take your time, nigga. I ain't rushing you. He souffling him something up or thinking he is. I gotta go in there and really do the damn thing. And I ain't about to do nothing but take a burger I got from Walmart and cook that motherfucker, the slow roll way. I don't mess. We ain't got no microwaves in this house. We don't mess with the microwave. So I'm gonna go in there, boy, and disassemble it. I'm gonna throw them patties in a skillet. I'm gonna take that bread and I'm gonna toast that boy. You did. I'm gonna do him just like that. I ain't about to play on. That's all I need. I should be straight for the rest of the night, just off that. Got me a big old bag. I hate to advertise for people, man. I really do. Unless I'm advertising for my fellow CCs on YouTube. But I got me the shellless pistachios, y'all. I went to Sam's Club and got me the box because they ain't got the chili ones that I like to eat. So they had chili, honey, and regular in the bag, and I already had some sea salt and vinegar pistachios. And I found at Walmart a smaller bag of chili. So I just put them all in a Ziploc bag and shake them up and mix them together. So I ain't gotta, eat no junk when it's late and I'm up playing the game or up looking at some movies. I got me some dried strawberries and some dried cherries, take stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get on off of here and hit this old dusty trail. And shout out to my homie Mongoose coming up here making my show definitely worth a double take. Shout out to Bree for bringing his skepticism and his ability to not just believe anything. Christ Council for having an open mind either way it go, and knowing you understand deep within himself just from where he came from that he already on the right track. And my people, bless always, me, Mary Jean, my regulars that come through here and check up on me. Geek Boy came through. Shady fell through. And mind you, y'all, you don't see my brother in here, but my brother is the reason Erica fears. My brother is the reason a lot of them showed up because he shared my stuff. When I asked him to, y'all. When I asked him to, because I have my moves where I don't want him to share it because I want, to see who really around for me and who ain't around for me. So, shout out to Big Damone and his army. Appreciate y'all falling through. I had some real big fun, but the Curl Master got to run. Hope all y'all be safe and have a successful rest of y'all day. Bless is the man or one man that had the nerve to sit up in here and just listen to a little bit of this. Peace.